Good morning, I'm Jacob Reimer. The NFL draft is officially wrapped up in Pittsburgh, where 11 Buckeyes heard their names called. 3 were selected on Saturday, with Lorenzo Styles landing with the Saints in the 5th round. Caden Curry is heading home after being selected by the Colts in round 6, and Ethan Oniana was drafted by the Falcons in the 7th round. This now makes it 25 draft picks for Ohio State in the last 2 years, which is tied for the most by any school in a 2-year span in the 7-round draft era. In baseball, it was a home run derby at Great American Ballpark last night as the Reds beat the Tigers 9-2. Sal Stewart, Ellie De La Cruz, Nate Lowe, and TJ Friedel each put one over the wall. Cincinnati goes for the series sweep today. As for Cleveland, they fell to the Blue Jays 5-3. The rubber match of their series is this afternoon. NBA playoffs yesterday, the Pistons dropped Game 3 to the Magic, now trailing 2-1 in the series. The Thunder lead the Suns 3-0. The Knicks took Game 4 from the Hawks to even the series at 2 games apiece. And the Timberwolves rolled in Game 4 to a 3-1 series lead on the Nuggets. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan.
Live and local, it's time for Fan Sports Sunday. If the weekend is a big desert for sports talk, think of this show as an oasis.
Yes, here we go.
Come drink from our pool of hot takes as you quench your thirst with. I thought I was going somewhere, but I'm not. So let's just start the show.
Oh, ho hum. Just another NFL draft weekend that had the Buckeyes littered throughout it. I believe you heard Jacob Reimer in the update saying that Ohio State had 11 draft picks, piggybacking off of the 14 from the year before. That's 25 back-to-back years. I'd say that's pretty good. Cole Bartemes, Dylan Gonzalez, Jacob Reimer. The NFL draft is one of my favorite weekends of the year because it's like the marriage of college football and the NFL. So if you're like a big-time football fan, this is it for me. Now, obviously, the games are the coolest thing, but it's nice to have this in the offseason when college football hasn't been played since, I guess, late January, the NFL since early February. And so this is kind of the intermediate thing that we had. Because I look, man, and you weren't here last week. In fact, it's been a few weeks since you and I have done radio together.
It has.
But I kind of railed against the spring game last week.
Ooh. And
there were a couple Buckeye fans in the YouTube comments not pleased with me. But I admitted, and if anybody was willing to listen to it and actually hear what I said it's probably like that everywhere. In fact, I guarantee you it's like that everywhere. So the spring games have jumped the shark too. That's just not real football. It's fine. You know, you kind of have that just to see the familiar faces. So it serves a purpose. But this to me is the off-season event, the marriage of college and pro football. And so I was happy to see it. We kind of had a new format because we had the 8-minute clock, so it blitzed through the first round.
Yeah, it did.
And then day 2 and day 3. So what kind of draft watchers are you guys? Let's start here. Let's start day 1. I know that you have a unique job on Friday morning with your schedule.
Yes.
Doing T-Bone and Tyvis at 6 a.m., so you got an early wake-up call. How many picks did you make it through on night 1?
Well, to answer your original question, or comparing it to the spring game, I'm going to go ahead and piss everybody off and say I don't care that much about any of it in regards to watching it live as it's happening. I made it through 11 picks, and that's all I was going to do. I was like, I want to see Carnell Tate, Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles, and Caleb Downs get drafted, and then I'm going to bed. I can open up the ESPN app whenever I wake up Friday morning and see everyone who got drafted in the first round and have just as much knowledge as everyone who stayed up till pick 32.
Okay, so Dylan Gonzalez hates football. Jacob Reimer.
I guess so.
I'm that way too. I just made it through when the Buckeyes got drafted, and I kind of kept an eye to see if Caden McDonald got drafted, but I was then looking at the NBA playoffs that were going on. I didn't have to go to sleep like Dylan did, but I stayed up and just watched basketball.
Okay, so I'm the only one who's in a dweeb here. I actually made it through all 32.
Because least shocking news ever, me watching basketball.
When you open
we'll get to the NBA later.
You open the show, me as a football lover, and when you were talking, I was like, I guess I hate football, and then you confirmed it for me by actually saying it. Like, going back to the spring game, I watched it just because we're working here at the flagship station, the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Oh, yeah, I watched it for work.
And my boy Tyvis Powell was doing color commentary for Big Ten Network.
That I enjoyed.
So I watched...
Michelle Steele, not so much.
I watched with great intention the first half of the spring game. But even like Ryan Day, it was raining. There was time left on the clock. And he was like, let's get the hell out of here. Let's get out of the rain and get in the locker room for the first half. Spring football, the spring game here, it's probably the biggest spring game in the country, and it's because so many people here are so starved for Ohio State football and no other sports that when a spring game comes on April 18th or thereabouts every year. Like, they don't know what else to do with themselves but get excited for Ohio State football. To each their own with that. But I'm just never going to get excited about off-season anything when there's real sports going on right now.
And look, they put 40,000. Well, okay, that's fair enough. Like, the draft isn't real sports.
Right.
However, it's not nothing. And it is theater more than anything. I agree with that. And I definitely think that the number one thing is drafting good players that will work. Like, there are some silly things that get caught up in. Like, I was listening to Pittsburgh radio the morning, because I'm a Steelers fan. So I was listening to Pittsburgh radio the morning after, and they were so bent out of shape about how it was like a stain on the city that the whole Mekhi Lemon thing happened. We'll get to that in the next.
I wanted to ask you about that.
We'll get to that in the next segment. We'll get to that in the next segment. But, like, there's a lot of optics that I just don't care about, because at the end of the day, draft good players. Like, give your fans hope that you're actually going to have a solid selection. And so with, a million Buckeyes going off the board, local fans here are going to be able to watch their favorite players at the next level. But it is about drafting good players.
What'd you think about the 8-minute clock? Because I know a lot of people around here, because we are connected to 10 TV, and what we do is similar to TV, except for a lot less serious. And a lot of people are like, oh, like the production, like it felt too rushed, actually. They couldn't get their interviews in. They couldn't, by the time they were trying to do this, that, and the other, the next pick was in, and it felt like they were behind. And then it felt like there was no time for them to get commercials in, and they need to go back to 10 minutes next year. What'd you think about that?
I'm glad that you asked that. But I'm the type of draft sicko who loves it so much. I actually want to hear the analysis and the prediction. I want them to make predictions so they can be proven wrong. Like, I think it's exciting when Mel Kiper says that, I think it's going to be this guy, or this guy, and then somebody he didn't name gets taken off the board.
Right.
Like, for example, the Ty Simpson pick. We'll get to that in a little bit later as well. But the Ty Simpson pick, leading up to the Rams selection, it was a commercial break. They came out, and then it was Adam Schefter, actually, who was, at least on the ESPN broadcast, some people may have been watching the NFL Network, or McAfee. But on the ESPN broadcast during the Rams selection, it was commercial. And then leading into the commercial was the assessment of pick 12, which would have been Caden Proctor. And so coming out of the commercial break, it was Adam Schefter saying, all right, here we go. And like Adam Schefter was like nowhere to be found for like 99% of the broadcast. So it's like they didn't even go to Greeny in the desk to get their pre-selection analysis in. And so he said something about, they've done their homework on Ty Simpson, but, it's also wide receiver heavy at this spot, and then they take Ty Simpson. If that were a situation where they had more time on the clock, you would have heard Mel Kiper probably offer a million names that didn't get taken, and then Ty Simpson would have been the pick, and that would have been even more shocking than it already was. So I kind of enjoy the theater of listening to the guys make predictions of what's going to happen and then get proven wrong. And they'll more often than not get proven right, but we'll remember the shocking ones more so. But it does feel rushed when there's only enough time to pick gets made. We have a few minutes of analysis. If they're at the draft, Laura Welch is going to talk to them.
Right.
If Ruben Bain's on stage, he's going to like almost look like he's ready to do an Oklahoma drill right on the stage because he's so ticked off that he fell all the way to 15. And then we're right into the next pick where it's like there really isn't that much time to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like the Ruben Bain thing. I admitted that I was asleep by the time Ruben Bain got picked. But when I saw it the next morning, I was like, I didn't need all that from Ruben Bain. And I also don't need the cliche of like, I want to thank God and my parents and yada yada. They're all saying the same thing every year. Okay, I
know that it's redundant, but
the whole draft is redundant to me.
They're grateful for their moments.
It's like tell me who got picked, and that's all I need. Like it's kind of the NFL equivalent of this could have been an email instead of a meeting. That's what it is to me.
We asked this on the money: is the NFL draft the greatest sporting event that no sports are actually played?
I can't think of a second one. If you have a second one to offer me.
I have one that is definitely better. The selection show.
Absolutely. The selection show has a lot more drama than the NFL draft.
I didn't watch the selection show this year.
That's insane.
You see, but that's another thing where it's like, what does it benefit you to really watch the selection show? You could just look at the bracket the next morning. There's
same thing can be said about the playoff too when we get that bracket.
Yeah, I guess. if we want to go there.
He's saying, I think he's saying that if I'm not watching the selection show, I might as well just not watch the playoffs because we can all just look at the bracket after it's already finished and say, oh, the Oklahoma City won the NBA playoffs. Like,
is that what you're saying? Or are you saying the actual CFP selection?
I think he's saying it's sacrilege that I am not watching the selection show.
Yes.
That I might as well just not watch the sports and just look it all up on Wikipedia after the fact.
Well, I think with the selection show and with the CFP and Selection Sunday, that is at least we're gaining knowledge of the matchups that are going to happen. This is okay, this player is going to play on this team and who knows how often he's going to play or anything until we get to September.
Just depends on how much you love ball.
Okay.
I mean, that's what it comes down to.
I guess I'm not a ball knower. Why am I even sitting in this chair?
Well, day 2 and day 3, and by the way, this is coming from the person who Joshua Perry scolded. Again, there we go. Round 3 of something that we're going to talk about later in the show. We'll get to Joshua later. But this is coming from the person who Joshua Perry scolded because I said I was ready for football season to be over. Because I was watching all of the playoff games, and I'm like, yeah, the Super Bowl, I'm ready for it, and I'm ready for the end of this. But, the social battery charges up a little bit, the football battery charges up, and then it comes draft night, and it's like, let's go. And now I'm watching all of it. Did you guys watch day 2 or day 3? What kind of sickos? Well, apparently not.
No, I watched the first 11 picks, and I haven't watched a second of the draft since.
Great. I don't even need to ask behind the glass. I already know my answer to this. All right, well, 1 million Buckeyes went off the board. Where did they go, and do we like their destinations? And by the way, how do we think they're going to translate to the NFL? We'll talk about it all next. Keep it here, 97.1 The Fan.
All the 10 TV people come over to our side of the building to take a deuce. That should tell you something about how we operate. The Fan.
Some choose the fast way, others the easy way. But you do things the right way, like Exmark Mowers and Boss Brothers Power Equipment. Exmark builds the world's finest zero-turn mowers, providing a legendary quality of cut, dependability, along with an experience that makes mowing feel like anything but work. Because if it's worth doing right. Stop by one of Boss Brothers' 3 convenient locations in Powell, Sunbury, or Marysville and discover the Exmark mower that will give your lawn the cut it deserves. Boss Brothers Power Equipment, delivering enjoyment in mowing since 1989.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Save big on USDA Choice boneless chuck roasts. They're $6.99 a pound in the family pack with your card and digital coupon. Limit 5. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Bring your landscape back to life with an unbeatable deal from Ohio Mulch. 5 bags of premium mulch for just $10. You choose from absolute black, brown, or red to make your flowers pop and your curb appeal shine. Visit ohiomulch.com to find a location near you.
It worked once, so we're doing it again. Sign up now for the Fan 5K, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center. We're back at Otterbein on Saturday, June 20th. Walk a mile with the common man, jog a 5K with T-Bone, or try to beat Tyvis in a 40-yard dash. Tyvis won't stretch, so there's a chance he pulls something. The fun starts at 8 a.m. Saturday, June 20th. Register today and earn a sweet medal, race t-shirt, and a photo op at the finish line. Sign up at 971therace.com. Prepare your tightest running clothes, and we'll see you at the Fan 5K on June 20th.
Recently, our company softball team lost the big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win, like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later. Sound familiar, Dale? Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
As parents, we have a million things running through our minds. Play dates, checkups, laundry, diapers, work, groceries. So it's easy to make a mistake. Oh, I forgot birthday candles. We say we'd never put our kids in danger by leaving them in the car alone.
Sit tight, hon. I'll be right back.
But temperatures as low as 60 degrees can be deadly for children left behind. So always bring them with you. And every time you park the car, stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Aaron, I've invented something really important.
Great. Tell me what it is.
You know how water heaters never give the homeowner any sort of signal that they are about to quit working?
Jerry, did you invent a way to solve that problem?
I sure did. I call it the Eco First Responder System.
I like it. How does it work?
Well, when your hot water heater quits working and you have no hot water, just call ECO before 5 p.m. and we guarantee to install your new hot water heater that same day, even if you decide to go tankless.
Jerry, that's been our policy for a long time. What exactly did you invent?
I invented the name, Aaron. The name. The Eco First Responder System. I thought you said you liked it.
Sure, Jerry. It's a great name for a really strong guarantee.
When your water heater quits working, just call ECO before 5 p.m. and we guarantee to install your new hot water heater that same day, even if you decide to go tankless.
You're a great guy, Jerry. I'm really glad you work here.
Get ECO.
ECO. GetEco.com.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here from my friends at High Bank Distillery Co. It's well known High Bank is my go-to when I want an award-winning whiskey, but did you also know that they make the best vodka in America? They have 3 incredible spots here in Central Ohio where the food is just as good as what's in the glass. They've got something for everyone, and get this, kids eat half off every Monday, so whether you're sipping on the best vodka in America or simply grabbing a meal with family and friends, High Bank delivers every time. Find a location and a menu at highbankco.com. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I think I saw a fox on my way in.
Oh, that was the Carfax Carfox. He was congratulating us on our Carfax Top-Rated Service Center Award.
I have always rated Tire Discounters at the very top.
Oh, thanks. So does Carfax. And not just for tires, but for all our services, too.
Alignment, brakes, shocks and struts, and more.
Yes, sir.
But, Mike, do you think people believe Carfax over me?
Well, you are the Phantom tire buyer.
Exactly.
Bishop and Friends.
My grandma, when I was growing up, only called us if the weather was going to be bad or if milk was on sale at Kroger.
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Seller.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Just like yesterday, those clouds gradually break up for the remainder of the afternoon. We'll see high temperatures around 70 late today. Mostly clear skies tonight, back around 50 for a low. Mostly sunny skies on Monday, 81 for a high. Then we see showers and thunderstorms roll in later on tomorrow night. For The Fan, I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Justin Gertz.
Catch T-Bone and Tyvus weekday mornings from 6 to 9. If you're not completely satisfied, we'll rewind time and erase your brain. For real, The Fan. We firmly believe it's appropriate to tailgate before a youth soccer game. You're listening to Fan Sports Sunday.
All right, real quick, before we get to the Buckeyes and the draft. I say real quick, but who knows? Something diverted my attention in the break. I know why. But at the same time, why do parents go so all out for their child's first birthday? All right. And I'm asking someone who has a now 7-year-old daughter.
Yes.
And I'm also asking somebody who's about to have a 1-year-old daughter.
7th-month-old, yes.
7th month. So we're getting there. September 12th?
13th.
Okay. Dang, it was close.
I know, that was a very good guess.
Hey,
you know what? I want Reimer to answer this first because I want.
But here's what I mean.
I don't want to get. I'm not giving him the cheat sheet. I want him to say why the first birthday is so important.
I understand why the first birthday is so important.
Okay, going all out for their first birthday.
I don't understand why a party has to have a theme and like decorations and stuff.
Oh, we don't need decorations.
No, I understand the gathering of people. I like the tradition of the smash cake where you put it in front of the baby and the baby destroys it. I like that. I think that's a good tradition that we have in America.
Right.
And maybe beyond. I don't even know. But I kind of don't understand like when the parties have like a theme and they go all out. I'm like, your kid's not going to remember this.
Well, go ahead. Are you guys planning this yet?
I haven't. I haven't.
Have you at least talked about it? Has there been conversations?
Definitely, like in like the lead up to like when we were having a baby of like what we want to do, but like I don't think we've discussed like honestly, this could be bad on my part, and we may have discussed a theme, and it may have just not even been a choice of mine.
Yeah, Rebecca's like, you don't remember that conversation?
Oh, no. I didn't mean to put you on the spot, so hopefully you're not in trouble at home. It is kind of early. I would agree. It's still 5 months out.
Hey, I'm just letting her cook. If she has a theme that she wants, then we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna go all in just like she wants to.
So I mean, look, check back with me in 5 years. Listen. I may be the idiot who's like, Winnie the Pooh theme this weekend. Like, so I may be right there.
The answer to your question is because it's not about the baby, it's about the mom. That's who the first birthday is really about. No, that's the quiet part out loud. Okay.
Well, I kind of said it by saying, like, I'm just going to let her cook because I know what she wants to do, and I'm not going to object to it.
So, Cole, when you get to this point where hopefully you're married first and then have a baby and your wife and the mother of your child are celebrating, even if you still feel this way, I hope you keep those feelings to yourself for your sake, because it's not about you, and it's really not even that much about the baby. It's about the mother.
Jacob Reimer is tapping away on his phone, and I'm scared that he just got a text from his wife.
No, I'm asking if we've talked about a theme for her first birthday.
Well, now your wife's going to think, oh, he really wants to have a theme.
No, I'm okay. She says yes. Why? So I'm in the doghouse. Gonna be.
So wait, so you've already had the conversation, and
apparently
she didn't give you the answer either.
We're gonna ask right now.
Yeah, I'm about to say now we have to guess what his theme is for his child. So it's got to be some like children's show or something like that. Right?
Gianna's was circus themed.
I know we talked about if it was a boy, we were going to potentially have a Masters theme.
Oh, yeah. So you would have won that argument.
Yes.
Do you win many in the house?
No.
At least he's being honest about it.
She's typing right now.
Okay. So the question is, and I'm not questioning why first birthday parties exist. I'm just questioning why there's like a whole theme and decorations and confetti.
I think it has something to do with it also being the very first birthday.
Of course.
Like, I know it's in the title, their first birthday, but you really got to like dig deeper. Like, it's the first of many, but it indeed is the first.
Hold on to the response that you got. Because if you got the response that, yes, you've had this conversation, she is ready to grill you over not remembering the conversation. But if cameras didn't exist, and we couldn't take pictures and make a giant show of this, would there be themes at first birthday? Because this is this is for Instagram accounts.
I'm sure.
Can we all admit that this is for Instagram accounts?
Before social media and cameras being on cell phones, there were themes for first birthdays.
Now, if you have like a happy birthday banner or like something like that, or like, birthday themed decorations that are like directed towards a birthday party, then sure. Like if you put the candles in the cake, well, I guess it'd be one candle in the cake,
right?
If you put the one candle in the cake and then you blow it out but pretend it's your kid, okay, like that's all fine. But like a theme, what's the theme gonna be, Jacob Reimer?
It's fun to be one.
Fun to be one.
Yes.
I gotta be honest, I have no idea what that means.
I also asked, what is that exactly?
There'll be a lot of ones everywhere, I'm assuming.
Okay, what are things that...
She said pastel rainbow, party hats, confetti, streamers. It's fun to be one is the theme, and the decor and vibes are birthday.
So a birthday party?
Yes, essentially.
That's fine.
Not anything like extravagant, like Masters theme or Winnie the Pooh.
You're not going to have like putting, your baby's not going to be crawling across a putting green.
No.
Okay.
So, let me try to first birthday was circus. Second, she was born in 2019, my daughter, Gianna. That was...
So you had a COVID. You had a COVID warm-up party.
We had like a couple of people over. It wasn't really a theme. Third birthday.
Your theme was doctor. You all showed up in masks. Medical masks.
Third birthday, the theme was just yellow because her favorite color was yellow. And we had it at like some place where there's like a bunch of slides and like an indoor playground, essentially.
That's different because at that point, she's old enough to have a clue of something. And so she can say, hey, I want a yellow birthday party. And you said, okay, I guess.
You're right. That's exactly how it went down. We said, what do you want the theme to your party to be? Yellow. Okay, we'll figure it out.
I don't think that counts as a theme. Like which is, by the way, fine. I'm arguing in your favor and Rebecca's favor in that case. I'm saying like a birthday party theme is just a birthday party. So birthday themed decorations, that's in play. If you turn it into Like, here's the Masters, and I'm going to put that little, like, Scottish hat on my son who's 1 year old and like, put a little golf club in his hands. And
Pimento cheese sandwiches instead of cake.
Yes. We're going to dress like we're at St. Andrews. Then I think that's a little bit overdoing it. But, okay, hey, look, I'm just asking questions to two parents, being that I am not one. And one of my favorite hobbies in this world, of many, my number one favorite hobby is watching egos crash. I love it. My second greatest hobby is correcting other people's parenting when I don't have any kids.
Exhibit A, his tweet that went viral about the kid umpire.
That kid.
You know, I'm with Cole on that one.
I almost said something that I didn't mean. That kid's parents suck. That kid, look, I don't blame any, and this is a general life principle. I don't blame people for accepting an opportunity that they were offered. Clearly, that kid who masqueraded as an umpire for 21 straight, 27 straight innings, 9 innings in baseball, for an entire series in Busch Stadium, masquerading as an umpire, doing the whole theatrics in the aisle, disrupting everybody in his section, certainly to the people directly to his left and right. That was out of line. But he only did it because his parents thought it was cool.
Yeah.
So
how dare that kid think he should attend a baseball game and have fun? Like, what is wrong with him?
I don't blame him for that. I'm saying his parents have to have the awareness of, like, okay, we'll do that at home. We're not doing it in front of people. Like you gotta have your kids in order. Like, for example, Gianna sometimes, and one day your daughter as well. They're going to you're going to take them to McDonald's. They're going to want to run around like crazy and bob and weave through people just because they got some energy to burn. And you're going to have to say, hey, this isn't a track meet. We don't do that here. And then that would be good parenting. And so you don't just look at everybody else and say, hey, my kid has some energy and is having fun right now and is being happy-go-lucky. Just let my daughter be. No.
I don't know. I'm in the boat.
I don't know.
If the kid's not bothering me, let him live.
But if they're bothering other people, you got to be a parent and say, like, hey, we can't do that.
I'm with you on the tweet just because the duration. If they would have maybe did it for a couple of innings, that would have been cool with the kid umpire. Once it lasted a whole series, that's
cool. What kid aspire? Let me tell you something. And I hope this kid's not listening. I hope he never hears this.
Sure, he's not.
If you are in elementary school and you are dreaming of being an umpire, somebody missed the mark of you dreaming of being an actual big leaguer.
Well, everyone wants to complain about how terrible the officials, umpires, referees are in every single sport. Maybe it's because enough kids aren't aspiring to be great officials, referees, umpires, etc. Maybe this is the type of kid we need.
No. Once you reach high school, you see how everybody develops through adolescence, or through puberty, rather, adolescence, and then, or does the same thing, I don't even know. But once you see how everybody develops, and then you realize, hey, I'm not getting a scholarship anywhere, I can't play sports professionally. And every walk-on ever just, it's not over. Okay, fine. So some walk-ons do make it. I'm sure there were a couple walk-ons who got drafted over the weekend.
It wasn't over for Reimer when he enrolled into OU Lancaster.
Stop. I was just about to say something.
Well, it is over because he's here. Okay? And it's over.
Well, you played sports growing up. At what point did you realize you weren't making it to the NBA, NFL, MLB, whatever sport you aspired to play as a smaller child?
My junior year of high school.
It took you that long?
Yes.
I think that's bad self-awareness.
Others would say it should have taken me not as long.
For me, when I wanted to be the center fielder for the New York Yankees, and I decided that I was going to be in sports radio at the age of around 12. I was like, this ain't going to work.
Okay, I was a little bit more athletic than you.
How do you know?
Because my dreams lasted a little bit longer than that. However, in the grand scheme of things, we were close enough to each other where we both ended up here.
Right.
So it didn't work out, and that's okay. But what I'm saying is, in high school, you got to see how everybody develops. And then once you're in high school, you realize I'm not getting the scholarship. My career's not going to be in sports. I'm going to have to do something else. That's when you say, okay, if I want to be involved in sports, maybe an umpire, maybe an official, that's going to be my avenue to be a part of sports. But if you're like 12 years old, you can't already be thinking, I want to be an umpire. You got to think that later once you give up on your athletic dreams. You should still have your athletic dreams. Most people who are young should still have their athletic dreams at that age, even if they're not going to make it. You still don't know how it's going to pan out. You don't know how your body's going to develop. You might have this massive growth spurt, and all of a sudden, hey man, like I might be going somewhere.
I can't wait for this kid to be a first-round draft pick to the MLB. He's going to go to the Pittsburgh Pirates just for you too, Cole.
You say your favorite hobby is
probably the only team you can make the major league roster.
Is criticizing parenting when you're not a parent.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say this is my favorite hobby, but I also like hearing the takes of people that don't have kids on parenting. It's probably equally as entertaining.
Hey,
as are your takes when it comes to kids.
What I just heard,
come back to me when you have your own.
What I just heard is that I'm entertaining, and for this career, that is everything.
Way to boost his ego there, Dylan.
All right, we'll be back in 2 minutes talking Buckeyes and the draft. Keep your ear on the Fan.
Need a roof you can count on? Ramos Roofing has protected homes and businesses throughout Ohio for almost 20 years. Whether it's a leaky roof, storm damage, new siding, or new gutters to protect your foundation, Ramos Roofing delivers quality materials, professional installation, and honest service every time. Get your free roof or exterior assessment today and ask about Ramos Roofing's no-interest financing options. Call 614-761-7663 or visit online at ramosroofingohio.com.
Welcome to the Ohio Lottery's Made from Scratch show. Today, I'm sharing how you can make dough from scratch. We're adding a dash of fun and a sprinkle of luck. Now, let's get cooking and see what we've got. And voila! A fresh batch of Ohio Lottery $5 scratch-offs. Nice.
Play aces and eights with over $20 million in cash prizes and a top prize of $150,000. Players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
My husband is a veteran, and he was injured in the line of duty.
It happened while I was deployed to Iraq. We were stopped at a checkpoint, and then all of a sudden, there was a loud explosion. An IED detonated 3 feet from my face.
It was bad.
I remember thinking, who's going to take care of my wife and daughter?
We took care of each other, with a lot of help from DAV.
When America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
I don't know what we would have done without them.
DAV was the voice that we didn't have.
Every year, DAV helps more than 1 million veterans like Jason get the life-changing support and benefits they've earned so they can achieve more victories.
It wasn't easy, but he never gave up.
My victory is knowing my disability doesn't define me.
He's an inspiration.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
The Big Nine was a sad, incomplete place. Enter Ohio State. The rest is history. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
The Fan. Garnish your Bloody Mary with sports talk. You're listening to Fan Sports Sunday.
I had a realization in the commercial break. Jacob Reimer, you are exonerated. If your child's birthday theme is a birthday party theme, then there is no conversation that you missed because there is no theme. So you're up to speed.
Oh, there we go.
There's your new angle.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, I mean,
just letting you know.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
In a world where everyone wants to be doing elaborate things all the time, getting back to the basics of a first birthday party just being a birthday party, I actually dig that very much.
Also, I need your microphone on at all times because if I ever make you laugh and the microphone is off, that does not help the show.
Yes. Well, I have trauma from the floor is yours with my open mic night.
That was tough.
Yes, it was very tough.
Well, I didn't hear it, but that segment, the first time you do that segment, no matter who it is, you, Isaiah, myself, the first time I did it, my head was spinning.
Yeah. I also can't decide if you guys can hear the fan in the background, so that's why.
No, we have a fan on in here as well, so I can't tell the difference between our fan and your fan.
Mine is very much louder.
Yeah.
Dude, blast it anyway. How are you wearing a hoodie in that studio? We have a problem at this place.
I got here at 7 in the morning, basically, and it was like 50 degrees out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this time of year.
Are you wearing a shirt underneath it that you can?
Yes, I have a t-shirt on.
Okay.
Yeah, but then you might mess up the hair. That's why I'm not taking my sweatshirt off.
You can't mess up this hair, man. It's flowing nice and everything.
I agree.
Cole has a hat on for our radio listeners, so he can do whatever. Plus, I feel like I've only seen you in a t-shirt.
Yeah. I mean, there was one day where I wore a button-up long sleeve. I don't know why I wore it, to be honest with you.
Well, and we wanted to do a TikTok for that, but we dropped the ball on that.
It's also
once every 3 months, so like once a quarter, I actually dress decently to work.
I've been
they make a big deal out of it.
Khakis and stuff. It's insane.
I've been working here for almost a year, full time, not that long. Since July, but it's been almost a year, and I would say every day, but about 5 of them, I've worn either sweatpants or shorts.
That is a great Clippers hoodie, by the way.
Thank you. I actually get a lot of compliments about this hoodie. If you're watching on YouTube, you could see it. But
that's awesome.
So the other day, I was being pretty lazy, and I didn't have any clean pants, so I wore jeans to work. And my girl's like, "Why are you wearing jeans? What are you doing? You meeting someone after?"
Hey,
why are you dressed all
He's
fancy?
laughing with his microphone off.
Why are you dressed?
I'm sorry. I need your laughter to be the soundtrack to all of my jokes.
Sorry.
Okay?
She's like, you meeting a girl for lunch after work? Why are you wearing jeans? I've only seen you wear sweatpants to work. And I was like, I just don't have any clean pants, please.
Dude, how do you think I feel dating someone who works in TV, who's always wearing a dress, and I show up in T-shirts and shorts every single day? Talk about a mismatch. I can't have people thinking that.
And with A10 quarter zips. Yeah, I'm very jealous.
You have a lot of random team apparel from every sport.
So I've been told. It pisses me off because
right?
I want that. Like I need some like just random college basketball gear.
Can we get some loyalty?
You don't have enough?
No, I just have I don't have a bunch.
All right.
I have a bunch for just singular teams.
Like
I'm wearing
Cole. Like you're saying you're wearing a Raiders T-shirt. Like,
I am.
I don't think I can actually fully trust you, Cole. It seems like you have no loyalty. Every time I see you, you're wearing a different team shirt.
Well, the Steelers embarrassed me this weekend.
There's no market theme. There's no you're just any given day you could be wearing any college's T-shirt. I don't know what to expect out of you.
That's true. I'm for sale, I guess. I don't know.
He's a free agent.
Yeah, so my cousin used to coach for the Raiders, and so that's why I have this T-shirt. I'm in no mood to wear any sort of Steelers gear after they humiliated me not once but twice over the weekend. They only kind of made up for it by drafting the Navy kid. That was pretty cool. I don't know if you guys saw that video.
I did see that. That was sick.
Eli Heinderich or something like that. But I don't even know if he's going to make the team. I hope he does. I'm rooting for him. That'd be cool. That'd be a cool story. But they embarrassed me one too many times. But moral of the story, I just grabbed the first T-shirt I looked at. That's what this comes down to.
So you're saying the Steelers embarrassed you with their draft performance?
Yes.
God, man, that's hardcore stuff right there.
What are you talking? Okay, first of all,
it's the draft. It's nothing happened. They didn't play a game.
No,
you don't know. It's the draft. It's a crapshoot in every sport.
Oh, fine.
You can't the Sunday of the NFL draft be like, oh my God, this team's draft sucked. You don't know.
No.
None of their careers have played out. To the point you're so embarrassed that you're wearing it. You've already sold your allegiances and you're now a Raiders fan for the day at least. That's tough.
I haven't sold my allegiance. You know what? I'll tell the story of the Drew Aller draft pick in the next segment because that thing was a freaking joke.
Just tell it now. We're here. Just tell it.
All right, we'll talk about the Buckeyes in the draft in the next segment. So, first of all, the Mekhi Lemon thing, where the Pittsburgh Steelers, who were peacocking around, I guess, drafting at 21, I don't know if they thought the 20th pick was already submitted or what, but Dallas, who, by the way, Jeff Darlington was reporting for ESPN from the Dallas headquarters, or whatever, if they have like a name for it, I don't know, but we'll just call it just reporting from Dallas.
Jerry's World.
Yeah. No, I don't know. The compound. I don't know. I have no idea what they call it. But he's reporting from there. This was, by the way, the news had just broken very recently up to the draft that George Pickens was going to be playing this season on a franchise tag and was not going to be getting a long-term extension. So that implies that outside of CeeDee Lamb, you might need some receiver help. So a receiver was in play for the Cowboys at 20. So the Steelers, to call Mekhi Lemon when they are picking 21st, the 20th selection hasn't even been made. The Cowboys are in play for Mekhi Lemon because a receiver's in play because of the George Pickens situation. And not only that, the Eagles were in play because they jumped the Steelers. And Omar Khan, who is a terrible general manager when it comes to drafting, and probably every other aspect of his job as well, but I can promise you the draft angle of it. Omar Khan is on the phone with Mekhi Lemon, the star slot receiver from USC, very good player.
Biletnikoff winner.
Exactly. And Notre Dame had to reorient their defense and put our best cornerback in the slot, just to man-on-man him the entire way. So Mekhi Lemon, very highly thought of, obviously because he was first-round pick a few nights ago. The Pittsburgh Steelers call him when they're not even on the clock, let him know, hey, we're about to take you. The Philadelphia Eagles interrupt the Steelers' phone call to say, hey, we're taking you 20th overall. And so Mekhi Lemon's probably sitting there all confused. He literally said on the phone, there's video of it. The sound isn't great, so we're not going to play it. But he says to them, he says to Omar Khan, the Steelers GM, why is Philly calling me? And then you hear him go, hello? Like I don't know if the phone call dropped off or if he had flipped the phone call over to Philly.
Well,
and then his agent's going, hey, Philly just drafted you.
If you
so the
watch
Steelers
video,
peacocked and got fooled.
Yeah, if you watch the video, his agent is like running up to him with a different phone and it's like, this is Philadelphia. They're drafting you right now as he's on the phone with Pittsburgh.
So that's frustrating. That's embarrassing, but it's not again. All it comes down to is draft a good player at 21. The Steelers had a million needs. I could have tolerated really anywhere that they went. But then they draft an offensive tackle, and maybe this guy will pan out. The Arizona State guy, Max Ianachor. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. He's got a difficult name. Max Ianachor, who was the left tackle of Arizona State, has only been playing football, organized football, for like 3 years. He did not play high school football. I'm not sure if he's from America or not.
I think I saw he's from Nigeria.
Yeah, I wanted to say that he's from Africa, but I felt like that would have been risky of me to say if he wasn't. I don't know. But he's only been playing football for a few years. Granted, he was really, really good this year. So perhaps the Steelers nailed this draft pick. But the problem is that they've drafted 3 offensive tackles in the first round out of the past 4 drafts. That's not good. So they drafted Broderick Jones a few years ago, who now first of all, he wasn't very good to begin with. Second of all, now he's not so good with a neck injury. That's not great. They drafted Troy Fontenot from Washington in the first round a couple of years ago. And he was a tackle guard. We don't know which one he is. He was left tackle at Washington. He's playing right tackle for the Steelers. Thought that he might bump into guard. So we weren't even sure what position he was going to play when he came to the NFL because he's 6'4", and you want your tackles to be like 6'8" or whatever.
Right.
And then this guy's played football for like 3 years. And so now I'm like, all right, so whatever. Look, the Steelers, we'll get to the Drew Aller pick, and I'll tell the story of that because I got punked on that one in the worst way. And so I'll talk about that next, and we'll also talk about the Buckeyes. But I am less than enthused about what my football team is. Let's find out what all your favorite football teams did. We'll talk about it next. Keep it here, 97.1.
Wake up with the Fan. Eat lunch with the Fan. Go to bed with the Fan. Dream about the Fan. Then change your sheets. Gross.
Ew, you guys are gross, but stick around in case I don't find anyone else.
The Fan.
As the seasons change, it's time to prep your HVAC system with a $49 seasonal tune-up from Columbus Worthington Air. A seasonal tune-up can help save money on your energy bill and help prevent expensive breakdowns. As your local home service experts, everything we do is backed by our exceptional service guarantee. It all adds up to dependable service from neighbors you trust. Columbus Worthington Air and Bryant Heating and Cooling. Whatever it takes. Visit cwaohio.com/radio for details, terms, and conditions. License number 47543.
I started my first business when I was 12, mowing lawns for about $5 a yard. I learned if you do the job right, people trust you and customers care that you show up and do what you say you're going to do. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Doors. From garage door repairs to upgrades, we show up, we stand behind every job. We only use the best parts, and spring's guaranteed to last a lifetime. When you care about the people you serve, you work harder and it shows. Call Don's Garage Doors today or schedule online at donsgaragedoors.com.
When it comes to garage doors, no one knows more.
This is Lieutenant Governor Jim Tressel. If you're driving and take a quick glance at your phone, more can happen than you might think. Because taking your eyes off the road for even just a moment means you could miss everything happening around you. Don't let those few seconds take your attention away from what's right in front of you. Phones down, eyes up, Ohio.
We can come the day you call us.
We're 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Brian, I've been meaning to ask you something.
Okay, ask away.
Sometimes when we're talking, I hear a little sparkling sound.
Is it when one of us says, all you have to do is point?
There it is. Did you hear that?
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic? Like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
Spring into savings at Great Lakes Hyundai. Right now, drive your new Hyundai with payments as low as $94 per month for a 2-year lease. Get spring lease savings on every model from Elantra to Palisade. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Dublin or Columbus or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit. Payment on 26 Elantra SC, $39.95 down plus tax title first month's payment. 7,500 miles per year and $430.
Colin Man here for Hollywood Casino Columbus.
Oh, Mikey, did you know something new is coming and it's right around the corner?
What is it?
Now you can stay while you play. It's the all-new Hollywood Casino Columbus Hotel. It's coming June 12th, and we want you to celebrate with us as we open the doors with a can't-miss concert and festival.
And here's something for you this month. It's the Win Your Way drawings on select Wednesdays and Saturdays. You can score $100,000. Plus, coming in May, it's the Hollywood Tribute Concert Series.
Ooh, must be 21 to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Statistics show that roughly 20 veterans die by suicide every day in the United States. Canines for Warriors is the leading nonprofit organization providing highly trained service dogs to veterans with PTSD and other invisible wounds of war. Backed by scientific research, Canines for Warriors has transformed the lives of more than 1,000 veterans, helping them reclaim their independence. To find out more, please visit caninesforwarriors.org.
Family owned and operated. It isn't all sunshine and rainbows. This is Dennis Sullivan, president of Care Heating and Cooling. Here's something you don't hear admitted very often. When you run a business with your family, you don't always get along with them. We argue, we debate, we have real conversations about the decisions that we make. But at Care, every conversation comes back to our priorities, doing right by our employees and our customers. Because when you treat your team like family, they take better care of the families they serve. And when you treat your customers the way you'd want your own family treated, trust follows. That mindset doesn't always maximize short-term profits, but it builds something better, long-term relationships. Today, more and more local companies are being bought by venture capital firms, where maximizing profits often leads to a sales-first mentality. Care is still family-owned and locally operated, so we can keep people, not profits, at the center of every decision. Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING when you need a company you can trust.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. Mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
What's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of your favorite fan shows? Oh, no. Download the Fan app, silly.
Ah, damn it, I knew that.
App Store, Google Play, or just scream right at your phone. Psst, you can also listen to Buckeye games. Do it now. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Live, local, and still slightly drunk.
I'm not drunk, all right? I just have a speech impediment.
This is Fan Sports Sunday.
I'm seeing memes on Twitter. The caption is Diego Pavia's next draft day party setup. And it's a table with a bunch of hats laid out. And the hats are McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Taco Bell, Chipotle, and Chick-fil-A.
That's a little low. I mean, I feel like the Columbus Aviators should at least give him a call.
Turn your mic on if you're laughing at my jokes, please.
I didn't have it on. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Even if you're not even near the microphone. Background noise. It's great. Laughter is contagious.
Would you take him as the quarterback of your Columbus Aviators?
Sure.
There you go.
I think the Aviators would need, prior to even like winning, be interesting. Diego Pavia would be interesting. I'd watch more than I have, which rhymes with hero. Thank you.
Well, Got the most interesting thing about the Columbus Aviators season is about certain Ohio State legends' driving habits. That's probably
I know that's not very good.
The most interesting part about it.
If that's the only thing that I can tell you about what's happened to their season, that's not very good.
They've won a game. I know that much.
All right. I was a bad teammate in the last segment, so I'll make this story go more quickly. So that way Dylan can also talk during this segment.
Thank you.
I would like to share the story of, so I told you how the Steelers embarrassed themselves in the first round. So I'm at the Rusty Bucket on Friday night with a few of my friends watching the draft. The Steelers are on the clock. The graphic comes up. The pick is in. This wasn't some like Steelers fan get together thing. It just so happens that one of my buddies in the group who's sitting at the bar with me watching the TV, and obviously it's on mute because we're at a restaurant.
Right.
But one of my buddies next to me is also a Steelers fan. And so, they've been talking. The graphic's been up for a while, so we can tell that somebody's, because, it's not Goodell, because on day 2, they do all like the team alumni come out and announce the pick. So we could tell that like somebody was going to come out. It was looking like that. And one of my Steelers fan buddy, Michael, leans over and just like sarcastically, just like joking on the Steelers and how they make bad draft selections, goes, Cade Klubnik. And like, I'm like laughing and I kind of like slap his arm and I'm go, no, Drew Aller. Like basically like doubling down on his joke that we're going to draft a quarterback that nobody likes, but they're going to draft the one who played college football in Pennsylvania.
Right.
Lo and behold, can't remember which former Steelers player goes out there to announce the pick. With the blankety blank pick in the third round of the NFL draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Drew Aller. And I'm like, this is a joke. And then just to double down, not that this has anything to do with anything, but just salt in the wound for me as a Steelers fan, despite my Raiders shirt, if you're watching us on YouTube. I'm watching this thing, and Drew Aller's from Medina. He's from the Cleveland area. And so they show the Aller household living room for the watch party. They've got the walls painted brown with orange decoration. I'm like, there's no way this dude wants to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. Not that I'm sure they're all Steelers fans now when they became overnight Steelers fans, but just to have the room decorated in Browns colors, I'm like, this is even worse. I originally didn't want him because he's not a good football player. That's the primary thing. So I would just like to make that clear. But now, hey, Will Howard may be in competition with Drew Aller as well. So we're all waiting to see if Aaron Rodgers is coming back. I kind of think he will, just because I think if he didn't want to play, he would have just announced it by now.
Yeah,
I mean, your intel on that too? Intel like you're talking to Aaron Rodgers.
Yes, I am Adam Schefter's doppelganger. I have to assume he's coming back, because if so, then it's even this. I mean, maybe according to you don't think this is a slam dunk because you think so little of your franchise and their front office.
Yep.
There's no way that they've done as little at the quarterback position as they did in this offseason if Aaron Rodgers is not coming back, is my take on it. There's no way you're going into this season thinking Will Howard and Mason Rudolph and now Drew Aller is competing for QB1 of the Steelers.
All right, that's a fair enough take. Yeah, and then, oh, God, Mason Rudolph's been there too long. All right, let's do this. And you two are going to go first. I'll go last because you two need to be on the microphone more than me. I've been hogging the mic the last couple segments. Let's go with the 4 first-round Buckeyes. We got Carnell Tate. He went first. He went first of the Buckeyes. He went 4th overall to Tennessee. We got Carnell Tate, Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles, Caleb Downs. Rank those 4 in terms of their NFL career.
All right. I like Caleb Downs to have the best career, even though he was selected last of the 4. I just think there was people saying that he was the best player in the draft. It was just the whole position thing that you don't want to draft a safety too high. But when you're ranking their careers, that really doesn't matter. So I think it's Caleb Downs. I think the next safest bet is Sonny Styles. I mean, I think worst case scenario, he's like a 5 to 10 year starter for the Commanders and being solid and getting around 100 tackles every year. Best case scenario, one of the best linebackers in the league. I like Carnell Tate after that just because he's going to get plenty of opportunities early. I know there's a lot of people saying like, oh, he's going to be the number 1 receiver in Tennessee. Like, yeah, I guess technically he's going to be the number 1 outside receiver, but like Wan'Dale Robinson's there and he had like a pretty good, he's going to get some targets to say the least, but I think still Carnell Tate is going to get his fair share of looks as well. And Arvell Reese, It's tough to rank him last out of these, but I think if any one of these four were going to be a bust, and I'm not saying he's going to be one, but
Dylan Gonzalez said Arvell Reese sucks.
if I think you guys would agree, if I turned the question around and said who has the most bust potential, would you not say it's Arvell Reese?
I mean, my order was going to be the exact same, but
well, it's going to be terrible radio. It's about to go. I'm about to three-peat.
But not because I think Arvell's going to be a bust, because I do think he can be nice with Harbaugh's system and like all the defensive weapons that they have. But I like Carnell ahead of him because I've been adamant that if you have a young quarterback, you need to pair him with a young elite wide receiver, and that's exactly what Carnell Tate is to Cam Ward. Now, there is the argument of how you're going to protect Cam Ward, but you still need guys that can be playmakers on the offensive side of the ball and score touchdowns, and that's why I love Carnell Tate. I think Caleb Downs is a guaranteed 10-time Pro Bowler. Like I as a Bengals fan, I would have loved for the Bengals, in hindsight, to keep that pick because Caleb Downs was still available, and they could have taken him, and he's a game changer. He would completely change that defense, but I'm still optimistic with the moves that they have made. I think that is the order for me as well.
Don't worry, your Bengals are already projected to take KJ Bolden in next year's draft, so the safety will come. Don't worry. Again, bad radio, but I agree with all of you. I think Caleb Downs is the best player. I think that in a backwards way, if all of them, well, I guess this is the math behind it, okay? If all of them turn out to be equally good at their position, Caleb Downs is the least important. But that's obviously not the case. So if Caleb Downs is the most likely to hit at safety, that monkeys around with the math a little bit. So I think Caleb Downs is the most likely to be successful at his position. His position is probably the least important in terms of just winning the football games. I mean, if you're letting receivers beat you deep every single play, then yeah, your position is kind of important,
right?
But, just relative to the general landscape of NFL safeties. So I do think Caleb Downs is the most likely to be successful at his position. I would put Sonny and Carnell are really, really close to me. Carnell Tate got a little bit of flack for a slow 40 time, which I did not care about because watch the games. He's a good football player.
Right.
Like, it's fine. Like, I'm not freaking out about it. He's a really, really good athlete. He gets behind defenders, but even so, like, the most impressive thing to me is just his acrobatic catchability in traffic. Like, that's just so next level for him. I would still, even so, probably put him behind Sonny. I think Sonny's a little bit more just solid, sturdy, just you know what you're getting out of him. I'm not freaking out about the combine, though, with Sonny Styles. I think Sonny Styles may have gotten, I don't even want to say overdrafted because, again, I think he's going to be a really solid player. But I think the combine kind of put him in an echelon that he wasn't already in. I think, and this is just in terms of mock drafters, I have no idea what the NFL teams themselves thought. But after the combine, Sonny Styles went from like a mid-first round pick to, which still a first-round pick. He would have been right there. But he went into like, all right, is he getting drafted? Are the Cowboys trading up to 6? Is he going to go 9, 10? Like, where's he going? So it turned into like he's somewhere in the back half of the first round, which is exactly where he landed. I still think very highly of him, but I'm not freaking out over the combine just because the play on the field is what's most important to me, and his play on the field at Ohio State was great. Arvell Reese, I agree with you guys, and it's been said, and I'm gonna say the exact same things that's already been said, but the fact that he's transitioning from one position to another, which is going to be for money, because edge rushers make more than off-the-ball linebackers, but he spent more time in college playing off the ball, that's a concern for me. And he's also going to a team, Dylan, with the Giants that have a multitude of edge rushers already.
That was going to be my point with Kayvon Thibodeau and who's their other edge rusher?
Brian Burns.
Yes.
Yeah. And they drafted Abdul Carter last year, who had to play off the ball because there was no room at the end.
Yeah. So, I mean, we talked about this. I talked about this with T-Bone and Tyvis. It's like, well, I think you'll see with Arvell Reese is first and second down, you're going to see him play off ball. Third down, you're going to just see them bring in the most pass rushers as possible. Well, if it's like a third and medium or third and long, obviously. Yeah. So you'll see Arvell in both spots. Carnell Tate, I find it laughable that I feel like people are overthinking the draft now with the Ohio State wide receivers. This has been the 5th year, I believe, that they've had the highest drafted wide receiver in the draft, and it's gonna be 6 next year when Jeremiah Smith comes out. It's like, if you need a wide receiver, just pick the best Ohio State wide receiver at the top of the draft.
Well, that's what's gonna happen next year,
right? And like the thing with them, I heard Reimer talking about on the money. It's like, I think Jeremiah Smith is going to find himself in the same position that Caleb Downs did this year, where it's like, he's undoubtedly the best player, but then it's like, okay, would you rather have the best quarterback in this draft, or the second best quarterback in this draft, or the third best quarterback in the 2027 draft over Jeremiah Smith?
It's going to be all about needs of who's at the top of the draft. Now, if it's not somebody that needs a quarterback, but like somebody's willing to give a ridiculous package for the first pick, then they could trade up and take Jeremiah. But like if it's somebody trading like outside of the top 5, you can't bank on one of those quarterbacks being there. So like it's all going to come down to like who actually needs a quarterback that's at the top of the draft next year.
Yeah, here's what we can say about Jeremiah Smith. Don't get bogged down by, oh, he's going to be and you're going to, by the way, you are going to hear this in Columbus radio, I promise you. Jeremiah Smith is going to be the number 1 pick. No, he ain't.
He could be, but I would that more likely than not he won't be.
Here's the accuracy, and this is also not a knock on him, okay? So don't turn this into any sort of like insult, but here's what you can say to tell the story accurately. Jeremiah Smith will be the first non-quarterback drafted. Don't care if it's 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. Jeremiah Smith will be the first non-quarterback drafted. You say that, you're going to tell the story correctly. You'll be proven right in the long run. It'll be fine, and you won't be insulting Jeremiah Smith by saying that a quarterback got taken above him. That's no big deal. What do the Browns and Bengals do? We'll talk about that next. Stick around. Keep it here, 97.1 The Fan.
The 2 most mature people working at the radio station. And that's just because they wear pants. The pervert and the skivvies. Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays at noon.
The Fan.
Spring is here, and there's no better place to make memories than the Columbus Zoo. See tigers up close, watch playful otters, and see the baby elephants in action. For a limited time, take advantage of our Zoo After 2 p.m. deal. Plan your adventure at columbuszoo.org.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone here for Window Nation. Spring is a great time to open your windows and wait. Your windows won't open, they leak, they're cracked, or maybe they need repainting. Again, getting top quality custom fit windows from Window Nation is both easy and affordable. During the More You Buy, the More You Save sale, you could save up to 50% off. Plus, you could get them with 0 interest for 5 years. During uncertain times, one of the best investments you can make is in your home. So visit windownation.com to book your consultation now.
Common Man here for Weed Man. I talk to you about Weed Man every year. Why? Simple. Number 1, I use it. Number 2, it works. You want to get those lawn roots thick, baby, because when that happens, they resist weeds, disease, and insects. And they're using top-of-the-line stuff. We're talking golf course quality. Weed Man is locally owned and operated by Corbin and Audrey. They will take care of you. Proudly serving Central Ohio and our Dayton friends. Call your local office, 614-733-3747, weedman.com.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven.
I feel valued as a member.
They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
We got a higher home appraisal after we put away our African art and family photos.
Has this happened to you because of race or national origin? Contact HUD at hud.gov/fair housing. A message from HUD and the National Fair Housing Alliance.
Spring cleaning isn't just for your house, it's for your life. If your job is getting old, it's time to clear the clutter and spring into IT. Go to My Computer Career.
My Computer Career helped me get the skills and certifications I needed to start a new life as an IT professional in months, not years.
Earn the certifications the top employers are looking for right now. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation to see if it's time to spring into IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney.
This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-791-0000. That's 800-791-0000.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Reimer. After a 9-2 win last night, the Cincinnati Reds go for the series sweep of the Detroit Tigers today. Rhett Lauder will be on the mound for the Redlegs. First pitch from Great American Ballpark is at 1:40. Coverage begins here on the Fan at 1:10. As for the Guardians, they split the first two with the Blue Jays in Toronto and will play the rubber match today. Slade Ciccone gets the ball for Cleveland across Patrick Corbin for Toronto. They get things started at 1:37. Both the Reds and Guardians hold a one-game lead in each of their divisions. NBA playoffs continue today. The Cavs look to take a 3-1 lead over Toronto with Game 4 today at 1 o'clock. Elsewhere, the Spurs take on the Trailblazers at 3:30. Then later tonight, Boston is in Philadelphia, and the Lakers look to close out the Rockets in Houston. And Timberwolves star Anthony Edwards has sustained a bone bruise and hyperextension in his left knee. He's expected to miss multiple weeks. Minnesota leads Denver in their series 3-1. Breaking sports news when it happens on the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
During weekend programming, pants are optional.
Look at my butt!
However, leather chairs may have been a bad choice. You're listening to Fan Sports Sunday.
I can't say what this says, but if any of you out there don't offend easily, at __ Bronny on Twitter, just go take a look at their most recent post. I can't say what it says.
There will not be any Bronny or Braun hate in my presence, Cole.
No, this is actually the funniest thing that has ever been shared. Because I think the LeBron and Bronny stuff is exhausting. This is the funniest.
You're exhausting, Cole.
This is the funniest content I have ever seen related to Bronny J.
I think Game 3 was just taken way too out of hand.
Oh my gosh, no.
At __ Bronny.
Can you just DM me the tweet so I don't have to look for it?
Yeah, me too.
Okay,
But
I'll text. Hey, Mike's on. Okay. Go ahead.
If you have a problem or hate LeBron, it's a you issue at this point.
You have to translate this.
This man
is originally tweeted in Spanish.
Is 41 years old. I haven't looked at it yet. I'm trying to do a radio show. You guys are childish. 41 years old.
Leave the mic on, Reimer.
he had a kid just to be his teammate. I feel like Reimer's beside himself. We've lost Reimer for the show. No, I gotta look at it.
I can't say what this tweet. I can't say what it is on the radio. I'm sorry. If you don't offend easily, at __ Bronny on Twitter.
I guess this tweet is kind of to my point that yes, the seed of LeBron is out here making plays in NBA playoff games.
Oh my gosh, dude, I'm sweating so bad that I gotta make this put this fan right on.
The other person in the GOAT debate could never do what LeBron has done.
No,
in that regard, he's throwing alley-oops to his kid.
No,
man, this is in a series against Jabari Smith.
Hey, it's not my fault Kevin Durant wants to duck LeBron. When everyone before the series started was like, oh man, Austin Reeves out, Luka Doncic out, Lakers down to their third best player, LeBron James on the court. Rockets in 4. Now look what's happened. How about Lakers in 4?
This is my
Let's get the broomsticks out.
All right.
It just says C translation.
Yeah. It's originally tweeted in Spanish. You're gonna
have to
switch it over to English.
You should go ahead and quote tweet it.
No, I don't think I have any.
Go ahead and quote tweet it and get you some followers.
I only have. Oh yeah, there'll be porn bots. I already have too many of them following me. I get excited when I see that I got a new follower. Then I see the link in the bio, and I'm like, no.
That's the world we live in.
I block all of them.
I mean, you have more willpower than Sharon Moore, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't his wife down with that?
Seems like it.
Or something like that?
Seems like she's okay with the whole situation. She's hanging around. Even though the mistress is on Good Morning America.
So the Cleveland Browns.
We don't want to go down this road. Okay, go ahead.
I didn't watch the interview, and so I don't want to say anything inaccurate about a legal matter because I don't know. I feel like they're.
What, you think you're going to get sued or something?
I don't know. You know what? There's one guy who I worked with in St. Louis who I think would be the type of dude. You see a lot of these podcasts where it's like media beefs and people just like telling stories, ratting each other out for stuff. I don't know. I don't know what the rules on like libel and slander are in terms of like what you can and can't get sued for. Like if you tell a story of something that you saw, can you just pull the old Costanza? Like it's not a lie if you believe it. Like if you get called into court for like slandering somebody, and like can you just say, well, hey, I may have gotten the facts wrong, but at the time that I told that story, I thought that was correct, so I didn't mean to tell a story just to smear somebody's image. I have no idea what the rules are on that.
Just say what you need to say, or let's move on to the Browns.
Okay,
those are the options I think at this point.
Well, I'll give the fans out there because we're an hour into the show. We haven't even mentioned the Browns or the Bengals yet. No, I think there's a funny spin that we could put on the Bengals, and there's also audio that we got to play as it relates to one of the Ravens draft picks, which is hilarious to me. But I thought the Browns had a pretty good draft, so I initially thought that once we got to pick 5, with all this hype around the Giants and Jordan Tyson, they've been all excited about him and how awesome Jordan Tyson could be. When we got to pick 5, and we established it either at the end of last segment or these segments are running together at this point, but we established that the Giants have a very crowded edge rusher room.
Yes.
And so with Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau, who already boxed out Abdul Carter last year and made him play predominantly as an off-the-ball linebacker, which he played earlier in his career, but he got drafted 3rd overall because of his edge rushing skills his junior year at Penn State. And so if there was already too much traffic and congestion for Abdul Carter, I didn't think the Giants were going to double down on bringing in Arvell Reese. And so when the Giants were on the clock at 5, the pick was in, and so obviously when the pick gets submitted, everybody around the NFL gets notified immediately. We get notified whenever Goodell takes his time getting to the stage. That's made for TV. And so I initially see that I initially see that the graphic is up for the pick is in, and then after that, we get the notification from Adam Schefter that the Browns traded with the Chiefs 6 back to 9. I'm thinking in that moment that Carnell Tate just went, this is the Jordan Tyson pick. I don't know if Jordan Tyson is going to be available for the Giants all the way at 10. So if they loved Jordan Tyson the way that everybody's been reporting so, when they made the trade with the Bengals to get the 10th pick, and everybody's been mocking Jordan Tyson to the Giants, well, Carnell Tate's gone now. So if you want your receiver, it may have to be right now. And also, you got a crowded edge rusher room. I don't know if there's any room for Arvell Reese. So I'm thinking there is no way Arvell Reese is being selected 5th overall. And so when I see that the Browns trade out of that pick, I'm thinking 2 things initially. I'm thinking the Browns could have had Arvell Reese. Not even that he's a positional need for them.
Right.
But if you just want to overdose on Myles Garrett, you can put Arvell Reese on the other side. That may have been the Buckeye/Brown fans' dream, thinking Arvell Reese isn't going to go to the Giants. He's going to be available at 6. And then you trade out of it, and then you're like, well, what are you doing? And then you see that the Giants select Arvell Reese, and now it's like, well, now everybody wants a receiver in Cleveland. You just traded out of the Jordan Tyson pick. You could have had him at 6. Did that concern you at all when you saw that? Because you did see the first 11 picks?
Yes. I just think when Carnell Tate went 4, that just caused chaos.
I think it was Jeremiah Love going at 3 that caused the chaos.
Both those picks, yes,
because
that's a good point.
The Titans wanted Jeremiah Love.
Yes, at that point, and you know what? I really think that the Browns were trading down no matter what. And I think what Browns fans would like to believe that is if Carnell Tate was there, they would have picked him. But I think that they wanted Spencer Fanow, and they thought 6 is too high to take him. So we're just going to, and Andrew Berry talked about this. It was kind of like a point of like, where can we trade down and pick up assets, but not go down too far and still get the guy we need? I really think that this was what the Browns were going to do regardless of who was available to them because they're the Browns.
In that case, it was a stroke of genius Because you got the first offensive lineman draft, and we don't say that about the Browns often, by the way.
Say those two words do not combine.
Yeah, exactly. But hey, we got to give them credit for how they handled last year's draft. They drafted a lot of players who I liked, and Harold Fannin was definitely a great pick. Quinshon Judkins was a really good running back in the NFL in the second round, and then you traded 2 to 5 last year for the Jaguars, who thought that they were drafting a two-way player who is now basically a one-way player already in year 2. So they had, and we are not accustomed to saying this about the Browns, but they handled last year's draft really, really well. And if they were just determined, hey, we're going to, because all Browns fans know, O-line receiver, O-line receiver, O-line receiver, but what's the order? If they were determined to take O-line first and then worry about receiver later, which they also picked up some pretty good receivers later, Casey Concepcion from A&M, they got him at 24. And then early on in the second round, they got Denzel Boston from Washington, who in a lot of mock drafts was a first-round pick. So just, slid just for the sake of sliding, just because there are a lot of guys who are first-round caliber.
Who also a lot of people thought was David Boston's son.
Yeah, that was not true. I think Mike Greenberg said that.
I once said it on the air, too, so let Mike Greenberg live. But that's because I was sitting in Reimer's chair. I got on the computer. I used the Bing search engine, which is what these computers
well, there's your first problem.
And the AI said, yes, that is David Boston's son. And then Tyvus was like, no, it is not David
You need
Boston's
Google
son.
AI overview, not Bing.
Yes.
Or ChatGPT. I am a Google AI overview / ChatGPT supporter and user. I cannot attest to Bing, but it sounds like it's over 1 right now in my experience listening to you. But
I got more to say about the Browns. I know we need to go to break, and I need to ask you about something that Rothman said, because I heard that he said it from Bo on their show. So before I say something about it, I want to confirm with you in the break
Is this
whether
from Friday?
he actually said it. It would have been something he said on Thursday or Friday.
Okay, I hope it was Friday because I wasn't here Friday, but I can pretend like that I heard what he said. So we'll adjudicate that in the next segment. Stick around, 97.1 The Fan.
We used to have a billboard with our host's face on it, but only ugly people work here now.
You mama say you ugly, hey!
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Hey there, friends. It's Bo Bishop here. You've heard me talk about High Bank's award-winning spirits, but let's talk about the food. High Bank delivers incredible meals and handcrafted cocktails in a space that works for every part of your week. Start with happy hour, drinks with friends, come back for brunch worth planning your weekend around, then stay for dinner. And get this, kids eat half off every Monday. Great food, award-winning drinks, a reason to come back time and time again. Make a reservation today at a location near you at highbankco.com. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
Grab me a new cross-match bingo from the Ohio Lottery.
Sure thing. You said match bingo cross?
No, the newest $10 scratch-off with prizes up to $500,000.
Yeah.
The ticket's so big, it's only sold at retail counters? The one with over $15 million in prizes? Cross-match bingo.
One cross bingo match coming up.
However you say it, Cross Match Bingo combines cash word, bingo, and match games all into one for even more fun. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
Relax and let Kroger Delivery handle your grocery shopping this week. We start with only the freshest items. Then carefully pack your order in our refrigerated trucks. And our cool trucks keep your food fresh right to your door. Fresh groceries your way with Kroger Delivery. Get free delivery during online deal days, plus $30 off your first online order. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Grilling season starts now at Billiards Plus. Shop top-of-the-line grills and turn every cookout into a win. Then bring the fun inside with pool tables, shuffleboard, and more. Everything for the ultimate game room. Billiards Plus. Grills, games, and good times. Online or on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
I slept in a lot of different rooms, different beds, but none of them really felt like mine. I spent 14 years in foster care, mostly in group homes. And I never had much left because I always had to be ready to move. Why get things if you just have to let them go?
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care waiting to be adopted. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is working to help find them a forever family and a permanent home of their own.
Now I have my own room with walls that tell my story. I love hanging out in here. I play dress up with my sisters and I sing and make videos. But the best part, knowing I'll always have a place to go and a family that loves and supports me.
If you have room in your home or your heart, see how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
Aaron, I've invented something really important.
Great. Tell me what it is.
You know how water heaters never give the homeowner any sort of signal that they are about to quit working?
Jerry, did you invent a way to solve that problem?
I sure did. I call it the Eco First Responder System.
I like it. How does it work?
Well, when your hot water heater quits working and you have no hot water, just call Eco before 5 p.m. and we guarantee to install your new hot water heater that same day, even if you decide to go tankless.
Jerry, that's been our policy for a long time. What exactly did you invent?
I invented the name, Aaron. The name. The Eco First Responder System. I thought you said you liked it.
Sure, Jerry. It's a great name for a really strong guarantee.
When your water heater quits working, just call Eco before 5 p.m. and we guarantee to install your new hot water heater that same day, even if you decide to go tankless.
You're a great guy, Jerry. I'm really glad you work here.
Get Eco.
ECO.
GetEco.com.
We're hiring at Don's Garage Doors. No experience? No problem. We provide full training, a brand new van, top-of-the-line tools, a gas card, and steady jobs with weekly pay. This isn't just a job. It's a career with real growth, great pay, and job security. Our team members go from training to 6 figures, and we're ready to help you do the same. Don't wait. Apply now at donsgaragedoors.com.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed supporting kids' mental health?
Teachers need tons of help.
I had never experienced players being so down that they can't even participate.
It's so important that we are constantly educating ourselves.
It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
Mornings on the Fan have never been larger. T-Bone is large. Tyvus is getting large. Get large with them. T-Bone and Tyvus.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 9.
Your home for large people and larger personalities. The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Those clouds continue to gradually break up as we go throughout the rest of the afternoon hours. We'll eventually have a high right around 70, a lot like what we had yesterday. Mostly clear skies greet us for tonight, back around 50 for a low. Mostly sunny and warmer on Monday, highs around 81. Then some showers and thunderstorms move in Monday overnight. For The Fan, I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Justin Gertz.
If you haven't thought about Buckeye football today, I'm sorry to tell you that you're dead. Our condolences. Your home of the Buckeyes. The Fan. Sports talk, weekend style. You're listening to Fan Sports Sunday.
It's weird to say, but I think the Browns did a really good job in the draft.
You see, I think most Browns fans disagree with you. And what we were talking about before the break, I was listening to Bishop and Friends, and I thought Bo said that Rothman said this, but I could have been completely wrong because
Bo said that Rothman said.
Yes, this is
the problem.
This is where we lose it. This
because
is where,
we just had a heard it through the grapevine dilemma here at the Fan and 10 TV because Ryan Baker saw something on Twitter and the YouTube comments that Dom Taberi said something on Wall to Wall, and then that became a whole ordeal on Bishop and Friends.
Yes.
So we're about to rehash that
pretty much
and not learn from our mistakes and just repeat them right now, but that's okay with me.
Yes. So either Rothman never said this or Cole, you don't listen to the show that you're on. These are the two options. So,
no, I wasn't in here on Friday.
Well, I think he would have said it on Thursday because Bo said this on Friday. But basically, the essence of what was said was that you kind of have to take your team's decisions and performance year to year. And not, like, for example, like, don't be so jaded if you're like a Blue Jackets or a Browns fan based off of the history of the team's terrible performances and draft picks. And Bo wholeheartedly disagreed. And I disagree with that as well. But at the same time, it feels like most Browns fans, it's like, so basically tackle and wide receiver are like the glaring needs, right? Then it became plainly obvious that the Browns through the grapevine let it be known that that's what they were going to do with their first two picks that were both in the first round. And, this is what we call silly season, where like the narrative is like whatever teams and agents want it to be. They're just leaking stuff out to their favorite source. to tell us about what's going on. So the Browns, I feel like they wanted it to be known that they were just going to draft these two positions. I feel like wide receiver is the more quote unquote glorious position. So I feel like the more common fan is like, yeah, we need to get a star wide receiver first, because it's cooler to say that your team drafted a star wide receiver than to say that they drafted a great tackle.
But growing up is understanding that drafting a lineman isn't a boring draft.
Right. So to me, the analogy I've been using with this, and maybe Reimer could chime in and say if this has happened to him in real life before, it's like your wife sends you to the grocery store and says, okay, I need these ingredients for dinner. But then you come back and she's like, why did you get that brand? Why did you get spaghetti instead of angel hair pasta? What is this?
I can't help with that because she never sends me to the grocery store alone.
But it's like that's what I feel
She
like.
knows
It's
better.
like, yeah. Everyone knew what the Browns needed.
We come home with chips and cheese.
It doesn't seem like they really overdrafted. Like there's no one out there saying that they reached for Spencer Fano or they reached for Casey Concepcion. So I don't understand why the Browns fans, because I feel like, I don't know, this might just be my timeline and the Browns fans that I know. I feel like most of them hate what they did in the first round. It's like they needed a tackle and a receiver. They got what they needed, essentially. It's just not the ones that you wanted it to be. And I think it's more about you don't trust your team based off their previous decisions, but it's like, give it a shot. Give it a chance, I guess.
I want to respond to that, first of all. It's different with college football because we actually watch college football. We don't know anything about any of the other, let's be honest, 31 NHL teams in the league. And we also don't know what's going on in juniors and in college hockey.
Most people don't.
So the gut instinct with the Blue Jackets is that, well, they probably screwed this up because they've given us nothing in their entire existence.
Correct.
It's a little bit different with college football because we actually watch college football, so we have a clue. A little bit. Now, look, we're a bunch of people in Columbus, Ohio, crunching through Utah tape to scout their right tackle this year. No, we weren't. But we have a little bit more context when we can see, okay, he started as a true freshman. We know what that means. We have an idea of what kind of program Utah is and how competitive they are. So there are some context clues that you can pick up on that you can build some sort of story in your head that has some accuracy, not 100% accuracy by any stretch of the imagination. But it's a little bit different in football because we have more information than we do about anybody. Like if the Blue Jackets made a trade or a draft pick, your preconceived notions are going to be solely based on everybody, like everything that you just said in previous years. That builds the reputation for any move that you make in the current. But we do kind of have a little bit more of an idea, especially in the first round. We have way more of an idea of who those guys are, what they've been. Are they names that we've at least heard before?
I think that's the NFL has, and betting markets also prove this. The NFL has the most people that think that they're experts on the sports that actually aren't. Okay, everybody out here thinks they're an expert on the NFL because the NFL is the most watched sport. So there's a ton of just average Joes out there that think they're just these big NFL experts. But the NFL draft, like, are you telling me you knew Puka Nacua in the 5th round was going to be arguably the best wide receiver in the NFL? Like, and then you have the inverse where you have people that go in the 1st round that are trash. And there's like a stat that it's like 40-something% of people on rosters in the NFL are undrafted free agents. And that just proves even more so that you just don't know. You just don't know. So like we
Look
talked
at Brock
about
Purdy.
Yeah. Brock Purdy's another good example. I mean, if you want to make the ultimate example, Tom Brady going in the 6th round.
That's true.
It's like, I understand that it's like a knee-jerk reaction to want to praise or criticize draft picks, but they literally haven't even put on the uniform or stepped on the field for the team to say that the Browns had a terrible draft or a great draft, however you want to put it. And yeah, it would be really boring sports radio if right now we were like, well, let's see what Spencer Fano is, and let's end the conversation there. But I almost think we're over-analyzing draft picks the Sunday after they were picked, where Browns fans are upset. Here we go, same old Browns. It's like, I think it's too early to say that.
Well, what do you mean? They acquired Justin Jefferson.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I think
yes,
I think that's
they got Justin Jefferson during the draft. It's a linebacker out of Alabama, I believe. But
I had somebody send that to me, and I didn't believe it. And I was literally just went to Shefty's tweets and was just scrolling like, no way. There's no way the Browns just got Justin Jefferson. What are we talking about here?
They did, yeah. Round 5, pick 149, Justin Jefferson, linebacker out of Alabama.
Look, I'm going to advocate for the Browns here, okay? They clearly wanted offensive line first, wide receiver second, and third, evidently. I liked that they got the best offensive lineman and they traded down to do it. That's good on them. Casey Concepcion, I'm a height biased guy. He's 5'11", so I'm a little bit biased against him for that.
The thing with him, I'm wondering, and this might be a cheap comparison, if Todd Monken is like, I had a lot of success with Zay Flowers. This could be my
define
Zay Flowers.
A lot of success.
I mean, but is Zay Flowers not a good slot wide receiver?
I like him enough to have him on my fantasy team, so yes.
Oh, there you go. I mean, what? Because the Ravens haven't won a Super Bowl, it doesn't mean that he did a good job with Zay Flowers and executing the offense with them?
I think he's not used enough, personally.
Okay, well,
Denzel Boston. If you want the sliders, the Browns got 2 of them. Denzel Boston definitely was in a lot of first rounds of mock drafts, and definitely so was Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, the safety from Toledo, who is being lauded for his loyalty to Toledo and not jumping in the transfer portal, which I don't even care that much about, to be honest with you. But they got a lot of guys there. Austin Barber, the tackle they got from Florida, has played a lot of football, but he battled injuries at Florida. But he was starting games as early as his redshirt freshman year, all the way through his redshirt senior year. And same for Parker Brailsford from the center that they got late in the draft from Alabama. I like him because he was starting games at Washington his redshirt freshman year. So he's got 4 years of starting experience in competitive football. He was the center for he was either a center or a guard on the Washington team that made it to the college football playoffs. So I think the Browns did a pretty good job. They drafted another quarterback, so here we go again. I think that says more about Dylan Gabriel than anything, so we don't need to freak out about that. But we'll touch on the Bengals, and we'll play this draft audio of the draft call from one of the Ravens selections where you almost got to wonder what the Ravens were thinking on the other end of the line. We'll talk about that next in 2 minutes. Stick around. 97.1 The Fan.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
Spring into savings at Great Lakes Hyundai. Right now, drive your new Hyundai with payments as low as $94 per month for a 2-year lease. Get spring lease savings on every model from Elantra to Palisade. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Dublin or Columbus or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit. Payment on 26 Elantra SC. $39.95 down plus tax title first month's payment. 7,500 miles per year ends $430.
Our double hung is as good as it gets. There's something really simple. It's called an interlock. We interlock our windows. The interlock is the absolute best way to alleviate air infiltration. With the interlock, it's harder to break into. When you interlock the sashes, it makes a better window. It's just a darn good window, and we're very proud of it.
Visit Rosati Windows by the end of this month and get 35% off all windows and doors.
It's time for the Great Haircut Sale at your local Great Clips salon. Your chance to get a great haircut at an even greater price, just $9.99. And money's not all you'll save at Great Clips. When you use online check-in, you can save time too. So download our app today and hurry in for the $9.99 Great Haircut Sale at Great Clips. It's gonna be great. For a limited time at participating salons.
The $9.99 Great Haircut Sale runs April 25th through May 1st.
Visit our Columbus, Ohio area salons.
Hi, I'm Patty, founder of Awesome Tex. I started with a big idea to give old clothes a new life by turning them into recycled fibers and threads. Everyone told me that this was going to be impossible, but Chase for Business believed in me. They gave me a lot of guidance from the beginning.
Get financial guidance from bankers in the Columbus community and convenient digital tools all in one place. Learn more at chaseforbusiness.com. Make more of what's yours. Real customers compensated. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
No hot takes, no dancing, plenty of stupid. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Your go-to destination for Buckeye football talk all year round. This is Fan Sports Sunday.
Just once, I would like the Baltimore Ravens to make a mistake because they go with Vega Ione Elemental P. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. But the Penn State guard who just falls right in their lap. they have a need at guard because that Fa'alele dude is not very good. The Minnesota tackle who they bumped into guard, not really getting it done at guard. So, when in doubt, if there's a Polynesian offensive lineman, just trust that he's pretty good. And this was a really good draft for Polynesian offensive lineman. Spencer Fano goes to the Browns. Immediately after that, Francis Maui Noah, who is from American Samoa, goes 10th to the Giants. We got Vega Ione, who goes 14 to Baltimore. And we got Caleb Lomu, who had some freaky dance moves that they were showing on ESPN, but he goes 28 to the Patriots. Or 29, one or the other. But good draft for Polynesian offensive linemen. But the Ravens, they did have one draft pick where they had to have been feeling like Dylan Gonzalez, feeling like they couldn't get a word in on this phone call. So here is Zion Young. He was a draft pick. I believe he's a second-round pick, a defensive end from Missouri. And here is the phone call of everybody in the Baltimore war room passing the phone around, and they can't even get a word in with this dude. And all the comments are like, are they regretting drafting this dude because they can't even speak?
Hey, it's Eric DaCosta. Let's get it. Let's get it. I know you fired up. You excited? Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. You're going to the team you want to go to, right? Oh, let's get it. I know that. Let's get it. Let's get it. Well, we're going to get it. We're going to get it. I know you want to get it, man. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. There ain't no secret what I'm finna do. You won't regret this, I promise you. Oh, I know that. And we're going to turn this pick in a couple seconds. I'm going to pass the phone to Coach Minter. And congratulations. We'll see you next weekend, okay? Let's do it. Let's do it. Coach Minter. Here's Coach Minter. Zion. What's happening? How you doing, man? You good? I'm living the dream. I'm blessed for the opportunity. Let's do it, Coach. You ready to go? I can't wait to get you here, man. I'm ready. I'll show you I'm ready. We had this talk. Love the way you play. I promise you I'm ready. I know you are. Let's do it, Coach. Tell your family we say congrats, okay? Hey, Coach said congrats. Let's do it, y'all. Hey, I'm gonna give the phone. I'm gonna give the phone to Coach Weaver, our D coordinator. All right.
Zion.
Coach Weaver, you ready?
Are you ready, baby? You know I'm ready. I stay ready.
I'm fired up.
Hey, man, congratulations, man. Congrats. Enjoy this moment, man. Celebrate with your loved ones, then come ready to work. Man. You know what time it is now.
Coach, I'm ready. I can't even wait. I ain't no wait. I'm ready. I'm ready now.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Nobody could finish a sentence before you just started getting in one more. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
What'd you guys think about the whole draft call thing being shared on social media anyway? I think that it should have just been the GMs talking to the player and then end the call. The fact that they had to pass it around to like, oh, here's the head coach. Here's the coordinator of whatever side of the ball you're on. Here's your position coach as well. It's like after they talked to the first executive, it was redundant. I thought it was cool that they were sharing these phone calls. And
Coach Weaver, you ready?
And these FaceTimes, like I thought it was cool, but like after they talked to the fourth like coach or GM, it's like, all right.
Well, my problem with it is that they make the call before the pick is submitted, which I don't know what the purpose of that is.
Well, you're just mad because you're a Steelers fan and you got burned by a premature call.
Yeah, so a sensitive phone call. Phone calls are a sensitive subject for me right now. As Mekhi Lemon should be in Pittsburgh instead of in Philly. He's on the wrong side of the Keystone State. But my thing is that sometimes you can tell who's getting picked when they pan to a certain room and a certain a certain living room out there in America. You can tell because somebody's on the phone, and it's like, why would you show us that? Because now we know. And I wish they did it because the NBA does this, the WNBA does this. They have the guys and girls just sitting in the middle of the room, just waiting to hear their name called.
Well, to me,
why do you have to have a phone call?
It's not any different than when more players used to go be in the green room, and you could see in the green room that someone's talking on the phone and they're getting excited. I feel like it's always been like that. It's a little.
I know, and I'm saying
now.
they shouldn't.
It's more plainly obvious because some of these dudes are in their living room, and when you're panning to someone's specific living room, you know that they're probably 99% of the time that's going to be the next pick. But
I thought it was so funny how in that call, I think it was Jesse Minter said, "Hey, tell your family we said congratulations." Yeah. Hey, they said congratulations. And then the family's in I don't think he meant like right then and there. I think he meant like at the end of the phone call. Let him know.
I mean, he's just a young man getting excited about getting drafted to the NFL. I mean, I don't think I like the way the draft is now. To be honest, this might be like a get off my lawn type thing, but I liked when the draft was in Radio City Music Hall and you had about 15 to 20 of the top players all there, dressed nicely in their suits at the draft. And then once they started moving it is when I stopped really liking it.
You don't like bouncing around from each team's city to city?
I thought there was something to kind of like with the Heisman. It's like, oh, is he going to New York at the end of the year? Like it was kind of like that. It was like it's like a destination. Like, oh yeah, I'm getting invited to the draft in New York. I don't like that it's bounced around, and I don't. We talked about this earlier. I think 10 minutes was the perfect time for each draft picks. 8 minutes was too chaotic. 15 minutes was too much, though.
Yeah, that was like way too dragged out. There's like 10 to 12, I think, gives you enough time to like do a little bit of pre-selection analysis because there's only post-selection analysis because there's only enough time for it. But I don't hate that take because I do think that there's just something, and I don't know why this bothers me, but the predictable celebrities that come out when you take this thing on tour. And it's like, okay, we're going to Pittsburgh. Guess who's coming out on stage? Bret Michaels and Wiz Khalifa. Who could have possibly seen that coming? Roger Goodell, he's teasing. We got a special guest coming out to help us introduce the draft in Detroit. Guess who it is? Eminem. Like, that stuff was just so redundant to me where, like, the local heroes and the local celebrities, when it's just the same guys every single time. And like, for example, when I lived in St. Louis, if you needed anything, if you were having a parade, like a Mardi Gras parade, or if you needed a first pitch, or when the St. Louis Cardinals revealed their new City Connect uniforms, who was narrating the video? Nelly. Everything was Nelly in St. Louis. It was either, hey, and by the way, did you know that Jason Tatum and Matthew Tkachuk went to the same high school? There was a whole lot of that.
That hasn't been drilled into my brain enough.
Exactly. And that was a big talking point. And so when you have like just the celebrities who are just repeatedly showing up at the same thing, it's like, okay, we know who's coming. Oh, hey, they're going to Kansas City. Here comes Stone Street and Rob Riggle and Paul Rudd. And like, you can just like go through it and it's like, okay, everybody's like, here come the local mascots that are expected.
So when I get asked,
and now Seth Rollins is like Mr. Chicago Bear.
God, no, he's an NFL analyst now. He's on everything.
He's on Good Morning Football. He was on the Netflix. He was at the desk. He was a football analyst at the desk for the Netflix game on Thanksgiving last year.
Yeah,
or Black Friday, whatever it was.
If you
Christmas,
NFL Network,
some holiday, I don't know.
NFL Networks, the whole week that they were there at the draft, he was sitting on the desk every morning. He's on Rich Eisen's show all the time. Like, I'm a wrestling fan, and I like Seth Rollins. I do not care what he has to say about the NFL.
If we're talking about the Bears, Seth Rollins has got to be there. You know, if we're talking Seahawks, maybe Joel McHale. Okay, yeah. If we're talking anything Seattle or Washington University, here comes Joel McHale. Everybody.
So I've lost all my allegiances to NFL teams.
New Orleans Saints. Harry Connick Jr. is coming out
due to my degenerate gambling. I've don't have an NFL team. My favorite team is the one that I'm betting on. So there's no bias here. But the way they opened up the draft with all the Steelers players made me puke. I was like, this is supposed to be like a neutral ground, the NFL draft.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Not anymore.
Until they started moving it. And it's like, they started with J.J. Watt and Cam Hayward, and then they brought out Lynn Swann and Hines Ward, and then they brought out Ben Roethlisberger and Terry Bradshaw, and they're waving their terrible towels. Like, I don't think this is the environment for this.
Everybody, we're going to Cleveland. When's The Miz coming out?
Yeah.
You know The Miz is going to be there. Uh-huh. And so that stuff, it just gets so Like, we just went through, I named 7 cities and I told you who would be showing up, and I guarantee I'd be writing at most of them. They did the Vegas one. So Carrot Top was involved, and they had a whole thing. So it's too predictable. Chris Angel was there doing his performances. Like that stuff gets predictable. That part I don't like, the whole like local celebrities thing. But in general, going on tour, I don't have that much of a problem with it. Because like I get the tradition of Radio City Music Hall. I get that. I'm not even mad at that. But it's like if that were like some obscure thing, like if the Combine ever left Indianapolis, I'd be disappointed. Not that I have anything to do with Indianapolis, but I'd be like, that's Indianapolis's thing. New York has so many things; it's the hub of everything, and so I don't necessarily mind it leaving New York. But if it were like Memphis, Tennessee, is where we're going for the draft every single, I don't know why, but that's just a random one. I'll tell you what, the NBA draft isn't going there anytime soon with the way the NBA has been dogging that city.
LeBron's probably made sure that Memphis isn't going to have a team in 10 years.
But I like it when there are certain cities that are home to certain things. It's just, if it's New York or LA, I don't mind them losing that event. That's all I'm saying. But I want to talk about some nonsense next, so let's do that. Stick around, 97.1 The Fan.
We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At Tri-State Men's Health, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. Tri-State Men's Health, advanced medical science to improve men's lives.
It always seems to happen at the worst time. You're finally in bed after a long, hard day, and then you hear it. You sit up, heart sinking. Is that coming from the ceiling? All of a sudden, it's a middle of the night flashlight hunt to find the leak. But don't worry, Newman Roofing has you covered, literally. With more than 3 decades in the business, we've seen just about everything a storm can throw at a roof. Our teams know how to spot the problem, explain your options, and fix it right the first time, with craftsmanship and care you can feel good about. We're not just here for a quick patch job, and we never will be. We're here to make sure your home stays protected season after season. So when it comes to your roofing, siding, or gutter needs, choose the company you can trust, Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit online at newmanroofing.com. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
Look around. From the beginning, America was shaped by the wild. Throughout history, we have recognized the importance of protecting it. This is our shared heritage. But today we're divided and don't always see eye to eye, except for our love of wildlife and wild places they and we call home. But our wildlife is disappearing, and when they're gone, we all pay the price. Out here, there's no left or right. There's only right and wrong. Join Defenders of Wildlife and stand for what's right. For nearly 80 years, we've been the leading voice for wildlife, showing up in your communities, on Capitol Hill, defending America's lands and animals. Because in our love for what we share, we are closer than you think. Be a wildlife defender. Learn more at defenders.org.
Our yoga instructor challenged us to find inner peace. I found it faster than anyone. After 4 seconds, I stood up and screamed, "I found Nirvana! I win!" They asked me to leave. I guess they don't respect winning. Bet365 does, though. New customers get $200 in bonus bets just for betting $10. Namaste, losers. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Save big money on everything for your next project at Menards. Steelworks offers a wide selection of aluminum and steel materials for any project. Choose from durable steel angle iron to tubular steel and aluminum and steel sheets and rods that are built to last. Perfect for DIYers and professionals alike to get the job done right. Save big on Steelworks products at Menards. Plus, check out our weekly flyer at menards.com for more great deals.
Save big money at Menards.
College is great. You know what else is great? Pizza, which you can buy with your Huntington Bank debit card with the Ohio State University logo. Huntington Bank is proud to be the official consumer bank of the Ohio State University. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome.
Get Eco.
ECO. When your drain is clogged, our drain team will clear it for just $93. If we can't clear it, it's free. And we guarantee it will stay clear for at least a year, or we'll clear it again for free.
Get Eco.
ECO. Go to geteco.com.
For 25 years, the Library of Congress Veterans History Project has collected and preserved the experiences of America's heroes. From original letters to oral histories, these first-hand accounts bring history to life, one voice at a time. With over 120,000 stories collected, each reveals the courage, sacrifice, and service of our veterans. But many remain untold. Help our nation reach 125,000. Share a story. Ensure a legacy. Visit loc.gov/vets today.
The Fan has a secret radio station. It's called The Fan 2. You can listen to the Bob and Tom Show, Jim Rome, and Buckeye stuff. Why do they pay me big money to whisper? The Fan 2 is on the Fan's HD2 channel and streaming on the Fan app. You're welcome. The Fan Poll is sponsored by JT's Pizza and Pub, home of award-winning pizza and 32-ounce Yingling drafts for only $4. It's sports conversation, but with a drink and umbrella as a garnish. This is Fan Sports Sunday.
So this is pretty cool. Browns first-round draft pick Spencer Fano, we discovered in the break, is quite the athlete. So you drafted an offensive tackle. He started his career at Utah as a left tackle, swung over to the right tackle spot. So offensive lineman, over 300 pounds. He celebrated his draft selection by backflipping into his pool. So you got an athlete on your hands.
That's what. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just saying that ain't bad.
What I learned during the break, I don't know how often you guys get on Facebook, but if you hold your thumb over the like button, you can fast forward the video. Did you know that?
I did not know that. No.
Well, yeah. Now you know. I just felt like I needed to share that useless fact with everyone.
I ain't been on Facebook in a long time.
I figured you hadn't been, and I thought you and Reimer are pretty close to the same age, right?
Yeah, I got you beat by what, like a handful of months?
I think so.
You're July?
No.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. When is your birthday?
October.
Okay, so you're 26 still?
Yes.
All right, so I got him beat by 8 months.
See, I'll be 34 this year, so I'm just slightly older than you guys, but I still feel like my generation was like the Facebook generation. And now it has like turned to like only your grandma gets on it, but I still like to get on there.
Posting about politics and whatnot. Posting about the correspondence dinner.
My favorite thing to do on Facebook is go find a 55-year-oldish man that's hating on LeBron, and then I just let out all my life's frustrations on him.
The birthday talk is actually the transition I'm going to focus on, because I told you in this segment I wanted to talk about nonsense. I need some counsel from you two. So we established Reimer's birthday's in October.
Yes.
I said I got him beat by 8 months, so that means that my birthday's in February.
Yes.
It is somebody's birthday today. He's going to be a coworker of yours for a 3-week period.
Joshua Perry?
It is Joshua Perry's birthday.
Wow, I just pulled that one out of thin air.
Well, here's the thing. Well, I gave you a hint. When Tyvus goes on paternity leave. So, should I text Joshua Perry a happy birthday? Given this information, I texted him a couple days ago and he didn't respond. I feel like if you text somebody and they don't respond and then you text them again about a different subject within a couple of days, that kind of looks like, because when you send a text, the message right above it is your previously unreplied to text. So I feel like that does kind of, there's almost like this subtle implication of like, Oh, like, am I like drawing attention to the fact that am I calling him out by, even if I'm wishing him a happy birthday, is there something about sending that follow-up text about a different subject entirely that I'm kind of drawing attention to the fact that he didn't reply to my last one?
All right, this conversation.
I just texted him happy birthday, so.
This will be clipped.
All right. This conversation could go a bunch of different avenues. So a little behind the scenes. Joshua Perry, he comes on T-Bone and Tyvis every Monday morning at 8:30. So there's a plug for tomorrow's show, T-Bone and Tyvis. I, as the producer, is the one who calls him. He used to come on. He used to do video, what we here call vMix, and one day he just stopped. I texted him for like a month straight and said, "Hey, are you doing video or phone today?" No response. So I just assumed and called him. So I guess I'm bringing up that so like maybe you shouldn't like take it personal if you are that he didn't text you back, because he does not text me back either.
Oh, so you call him at 8:30 with just no...
Yes, just
no,
like
hey,
hoping he answers.
Yeah, just
yes.
Not like hey, it's Monday, it's that time, we'll call you at 8:30. Just hope he remembers what day it is.
Yes, that's exactly how it goes every single Monday, and it hasn't failed yet. But I mean,
hope he's not in the middle of breakfast with his family.
Yes, but like when it comes to like, people know we simulcast on YouTube, and the digital department loves to make clips. And I think when we have clips of Joshua Perry, it just looks better when you can see his face versus when T-Bone and Tyvis are just staring into the camera and Josh is on the phone. So I prefer to do video.
He's got a good setup at his house too.
Yeah, he apparently along the lines has decided he doesn't want to do video anymore. That's his prerogative. But going back to just people not responding in general, I feel like Josh might be to the level of importance that he might be one of those people that he just has like so many unopened text messages. And I don't know how to live that life, first of all, because I'm one of those people. I clear every single notification as soon as I can. I don't have unread emails in my inbox. I'm going through them. I'm at least clicking on them and making them unread. To say if I've actually read them or not is another thing. And deleting them, I like people that have like thousands of messages in their email and like 100 unread text messages. I will never know what that life is like. But I think people like that are more apt to maybe miss your text message or just forget about it because they just have so many messages coming through their phone for so many different reasons that maybe they unintentionally didn't text you back. But I feel like more often than not, if someone doesn't respond to your text, they're distant.
I did see later that night, Joshua Perry was putting stuff on his Instagram story, reposting stuff. So he was at some event during the day.
Right.
So he was busy and just never got around to it. But it's an interesting point. With his status in society and his large following and vast group of friends.
Yes.
Does he just have so many friends that look, man, I'm not reading all these all day long.
Right.
And then at that point, how do you do it? Do you get scared off by how many notifications you have? It's like, you don't even know which friends texted you because you see, man, I'm just scrolling through all these unread messages. I can't do this right now. Or are you like kind of picking and choosing and going, man, I got so many texts right now. This is kind of overwhelming, but some of these may be important. Let me at least go through. Are you skimming to see who's there? Or are you just scrolling and going, too much? I don't even want to know who texted me. Just get to him whenever.
Like I said, I don't know the life that Joshua Perry lives. I could never get to that point. I feel like he probably has a couple of he wears a couple of different hats, so I'm sure he skims through and is like, oh, these are my bosses at NBC or here or whatever, or like Tyvis is like his college teammate. Like people like that. There's levels to it with him, I guess, and me and you are not on the top tier level, apparently.
All right, final question. Before we hit a break, Jacob Reimer's got an update for us. And we have one segment left in the show. The Reds are going to kick us out of here at 110. Let's grade this. So Grant Cohn, I don't even know why did I not look up who this guy reports for before the show? I didn't even think to do that until just now. Grant Cohn is a reporter for the San Francisco 49ers, okay? And so I don't know who he works for, but it's been drawn to his attention that San Fran does a lot of reaching in the draft and has a bit of a recent history of it. And so let's grade his performance in the press conference. Grant Cohn wants to ask the question, and this is the very callous way of asking it, just, hey, how come you reach on so many picks every year? Like, you go against what everybody else does. So that's an interesting question to ask that the fans definitely want to get asked. but you also got to ask it in a way that is fair, that is going to warrant some sort of answer, and just doesn't come off as combative, but also ask the question that everybody's thinking. Here's what Grant asked. Let's grade his performance.
John, your draft board seems to deviate quite a bit from the consensus. Why are you confident with that, given your track record drafting the last few years? It seems like it leads to you making reaches.
Why are you confident in that, given your track record the past few years? There was a little bit of bite in there.
Yeah.
It wasn't too combative to where, he wasn't like hosting his own show in front of John Lynch or anything like that. But I kind of liked it. And he's getting a lot of praise on social media for asking that style of question.
Well, I mean, the 49ers had a bad year last year, but they were very much hurt a lot. It's like you're asking this question of John Lynch, not of Andrew Berry. Like, I feel like John Lynch deserves the benefit of the doubt. Now, you do have, like, some egregious misses like Trey Lance.
Yeah.
But, like, at the same time,
I don't know if that'd be counted as a reach, though. Like, Ricky Pearsall was a reach.
Yeah, I guess you would be right about that. But then they kind of corrected the Trey Lance thing by getting Brock Purdy in the same draft. Like,
sometimes it's how it works.
I just think that they maybe deserve the benefit of the doubt. I mean, I like the question. I understand the criticism, though, because it's like John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan are, like, probably one of the best GM head coach conversations in the league. I'm not really going to be questioning their decisions.
Hey, given your recent track record of bad draft picks, why don't you just do what everybody else is doing? I kind of like
just
the question.
Just look at Mel Kiper's draft board instead of your own. Why are you even doing this? Why is there even a pre-draft process for you guys, given how badly you've sucked at this the past couple of seasons?
Yeah, just trade your entire organization for Shedeur Sanders. All right, Reimer's got an update for us. We got one more segment. Dylan's got to explain why he's stiffing Reimer and I. And thank God I know a college athlete. We'll talk about that next. In the next segment. Stick around. 97.1 The Fan.
During this 10-second promo, Rothman will lose money gambling on something.
People like you come here and blow the family nest egg that built this town.
Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
The Fan.
Welcome to the Ohio Lottery's Made from Scratch show. Today, I'm sharing how you can make dough from scratch. We're adding a dash of fun and a sprinkle of luck. Now, let's get cooking and see what we've got. And voila! A fresh batch of Ohio Lottery $5 scratch-offs. Nice.
Play Aces and Eights with over $20 million in cash prizes and a top prize of $150,000. Players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Spring cleaning isn't just for your house, it's for your life. If your job is getting old, it's time to clear the clutter and spring into IT. Go to My Computer Career.
My Computer Career helped me get the skills and certifications I needed to start a new life as an IT professional in months, not years.
Earn the certifications the top employers are looking for right now. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation to see if it's time to spring into IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-791-0000. That's 800-791-0000.
Spring cleaning isn't just for your house, it's for your life. If your job is getting old, it's time to clear the clutter and spring into IT. Go to My Computer Career.
My Computer Career helped me get the skills and certifications I needed to start a new life as an IT professional in months, not years.
Earn the certifications the top employers are looking for right now. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation to see if it's time to spring into IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I think I saw a fox on my way in.
Oh, that was the Carfax Carfox. He was congratulating us on our Carfax Top-Rated Service Center Award.
I have always rated Tire Discounters at the very top.
Oh, thanks. So does Carfax. And not just for tires, but for all our services, too.
Alignment, brakes, shocks, and struts, and more.
Yes, sir.
But, Mike, do you think people believe Carfax over me?
Well, you are the Phantom tire buyer.
Exactly.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Save big on USDA Choice boneless chuck roasts. They're $6.99 a pound in the family pack with your card and digital coupon. Limit 5. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Reimer. The NL Central leading Cincinnati Reds go for the series sweep of the Detroit Tigers today. Rhett Lauder will be on the mound for the Redlegs. First pitch from Great American Ballpark is at 1:40. Coverage begins here on the Fan at 1:10. As for Cleveland, they split the first two with the Blue Jays in Toronto and will play in the rubber match today. Slade Ciccone gets the ball for the Guardians across Patrick Corbin for the Blue Jays. They get things started at 1:37. Cleveland holds a one-game lead in the AL Central as well. NBA playoffs continue today. Game 4 between the Cavs and Raptors is getting tipped off here in a few minutes. Cleveland leads the series 2-1. Elsewhere, the Spurs take on the Trailblazers at 3:30. Then later tonight, Boston is in Philadelphia. The Lakers look to close out the Rockets in Houston. And Timberwolves star Anthony Edwards has sustained a bone bruise and hyperextension in his left knee. He's expected to miss multiple weeks. Minnesota leads Denver in their series 3-1. Breaking sports news when it happens on the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Are you still in your pajamas? We are. You're listening to Fan Sports Sunday.
Holy Moses, Cole. Turn on your microphone. Did JP text you back yet?
Hey, Jacob, turn on your microphone. No, he hasn't.
Mine is
Dylan Gonzalez, is your microphone on?
Yes.
All right. So, apparently on Saturday, Rhyme Time and I are playing in a 3-on-3 basketball tournament together for this Kenny Anderson thing going on at the RPAC. And it's me, it's Jacob Reimer, and it's Isaiah Jacob. So basically, last week's Fan Sports Sunday team is linking up together for a 3-on-3 basketball. Dylan Gonzalez was offered and declined.
I did. So the reason that I gave on paper, which is also true, is that for people that don't know, I co-parent. I have my kid 50-50, and the way the schedule works is that I have her 1 weekend on, 1 weekend off, and that is a weekend that I have her. So that was the reason why I gave. But Cole, when you become a parent, like we talked about earlier, you're not yet. Reimer's still a young parent. He'll learn to use this more as he gets older and as his child gets older. The kid can become the ultimate excuse of getting out of doing something that you don't want to do.
That I will support.
So here's the thing. And people might think I'm too young to be acting this way. I used to play a lot of recreational sports, even in my 20s. I played a lot of flag football, a lot of slow pitch softball, a lot of basketball. I told myself that once I got to the age of 30 that I no longer wanted to do any of those things, that I wanted to preserve my health. I didn't want to be someone who like tore their Achilles and then had to deal with doing everyday life and going to work with a torn Achilles or
you mean sitting and pushing buttons?
Yeah, like
our job ain't that hard.
Yeah, but it's still just getting around and just like when you have a serious injury and you're not a pro athlete, I'm sure it's just super inconvenient. And I'll be honest with you, there's a part of me that wanted to play on this 3-on-3 tournament. Like I said, I played basketball in high school. I played a good amount of basketball in my 20s, and just, you know what? It's just not worth it to me. Like being sore after playing basketball and just, it's just not worth it. I actually stopped playing basketball when I was 26 is when the mother of my child was pregnant. I had hurt my ankle back-to-back times playing, and she basically was like, I never ask you for anything. Please stop playing basketball and getting hurt while I'm pregnant. And I was like, you know what? You're right. And I stopped playing, and I just never picked it back up after that. And then slow pitch softball, I was one of those people that was always the one putting it together. The summer I turned 29, we won the championship in the Worthington Rec League, and I said, you know what? I'm going out like Elway. That's
my
it.
gosh.
I'm out. Peace. I'm done with sports. Age 29, haven't really played any organized sports in my 30s for the sake of my body's health.
He was like Magic Johnson. I ain't going to be here.
I ain't going to be here.
So there is the long reason why I'm not playing in this 3-on-3 tournament with you guys. I really want to. My mind wants to. My body shouldn't, and therefore I'm not.
It also sounds like Tyvis is our coach.
Oh,
Good
God.
luck with that. Tyvis is going to rip off the
We're actually going to get yelled at.
Tyvis is going to sub himself in. I can see it.
I would be okay with that. In fact, are we going to be going up against actual former apologies? Are we going to be going up against other former college basketball players, Your Honor?
Not just Reimer.
I have no idea. I don't know what the teams look like for this.
I think anyone can register for this. I don't know if it's closed or not, but I mean, I don't think it is. If you want to sign up your 3-on-3 team and beat up on Cole and Reimer, Isaiah, and potentially Tyvis Powell, you could still do that, I'm pretty sure.
See, this is what Dylan's for. He's not going to play in it, but he'll plug it for us.
And you know what? Good enough. But first of all, I got to get basketball shoes because I don't have them.
So you have not been hooping recently either.
No, but my brother, I think my brother can hook me up with some. Maybe if I can.
Oh my gosh!
Tell the people what your brother does.
My brother's a manager for the basketball team.
There you go.
And so he gets well, I don't know how many pairs of shoes that he has. He definitely doesn't have as many as the players do. But I think if I just say, hey, I need some 14s for a day. And it's at the RPAC, so I'll be on campus. Which part are you gonging, just out of curiosity?
You and your brother being a coach for Ohio State and potentially being able to get shoes.
He's a manager. Okay, he picks up towels and he moves chairs around.
Regardless.
I don't know if you were gonging the 14s. That would have been acceptable too. But
is that a flex?
I may need to borrow some shoes, but I'm letting everybody know now. Horizontal movement, lateral movement ain't great. So put me in the post. The offense and the defense is probably going to come from the post. So Isaiah Jacob, he's probably going to be our point guard. He's the shortest of us three. I assume that he's quick because he played college lacrosse. So I assume that he can cut pretty quickly. So I think he's going to be our point guard. And so what are you, former college athlete?
I guess I'll be
our 3-point dead
He's the shooter.
Yeah, I guess I'll be our shooter, our scorer. I'll defend.
I'm telling everybody right now, if I get caught playing defense at the top of the key, I'm calling for help before he even dribbles.
My prediction is that someone's gonna. I don't want to wish an injury on any of the three of you, but one of you is gonna get severely hurt.
I don't like how you were afraid of being. Well, all right, you got 10 seconds. Stake your prediction. Which of the three is getting seriously hurt?
Probably you. You don't even have shoes.
Well, I will by then.
Show up in Crocs.
We appreciate you for tuning in. Reds Baseball next. Keep it here on The Fan.
A lot of hosts have been on our airways in the past 30 years. Some good, some bad, some really bad. Anyway,